George, are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why the Hales will we buy where we want.
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
Every meeting. And you're going to bring the police to remove me.
I didn't start this war with the neighbors.
But I fully intend on winning.
I have anxiety over the roof. And I can't take this. I can't, sir. I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of date and times. I do not, and my brain does not work that way. My child just fell down. You are not a nice person.
Good evening. I am definitely not a nice person. No, I'm a horrible human being. Good to see you guys. Hey, song finished and booted you right out. I don't know what happened, Bonikers. It's really weird. Good to see you. Great tune. Music is awesome. Thank you. Hey, Melanie. Good to see you. Scott's cat. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my, more and more and more, just more stuff just keeps coming out. It's insane. It is so insane. So I've got, I've been going down through here and just sort of catching up on some of this stuff here that hopefully we can get back into a little bit of a groove with, okay, we watched that one and we watched that one. And I think last one we were at was this one here, but I'm not sure. We'll have to double check. I'm not sure if that's a good one. Good. Hey, Debbie Johnson, good to see you. Glad you could make it. Hope you're doing well. Audio coffee, awesome. Good evening, all. Hello, Carolyn Kurtz. Good to see you. Hey, Jane's Jungle Safari. Hello. Good to meet you. It's a pleasure to meet you. I don't think I've run into you before. Oh, Wendy Bono. Good evening, Shizzy. How's my lip feeling today? It's a little sore still, but you know, the alcohol helps the pain go away. Just kidding. No, it doesn't help the pain go away. It just comes back harder the next day, but it's doing better. I'm keeping some Neosporin on it, and that seems to be doing fine. It stopped actively leaking and bleeding every time I would laugh, so it still may do it. Depends on how hard I laugh, but I'm not a funny person, so take that for what it's worth. Yeah, that's I think what we were looking at was the last one we looked at was the corrupt mayor illegally canceled a meeting. It was that we showed, I'm pretty sure we showed this one was the one where they got back into town. The cops were called. Just double check. All right. Bad time. Town employee kicked him out. There we go. That was the one. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one we're looking for. Hey, Nurse TT. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Oh, Nurse TT is a wonderful human being. I just want you guys to know she's pretty damned awesome. Ah, you made alive. I know. And welcome to becoming a new member. I'm very funny. Well, thank you. Funny looking, I know for sure, especially with being all clean shaven and showing the big scar on that's going to be nursing on my lip. Hey, Grand Me M, good to see you. Oh yeah. So this is where we are at currently in our watch party. This has been so much fun, especially sharing it with you guys. Hey, good evening, Ray. Oh yeah. And oh, thank you. Thank you. And good evening, Mary Waltz. Yes, very much so. So we left off, and I want to share the screen where I was at. So that way I can share this with you. And this is where we're at currently with this one. It's the bad town employee kicked me out. I think this is the lady that used to be the city clerk or something like that. Yeah, the city clerk's that used to run it. Yeah, I think you can tell because of how clean it is. A very tidy place, of course. Corpus Christi, awesome, Jocelyn. That is very cool. I had a girl that I dated was in Corpus Christi. She was pretty damned awesome. It does look better. See, just it'll leave a nice scar. Glad to see that you feel better. Well, thank you. I do feel better. Good evening from Idaho. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Math is Mary math is scary. Yes. Well, good evening, Debbie Morin. Happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed your birthday song. That was so much fun making that this morning. That is so good to see you. I'm glad that you're doing well. Noel Perry from Idaho as well. Howdy. Nice. See, I can never remember where everybody's from. I do see a lot of the same people coming back, which is awesome to see. And there's got some new people that are coming to hang out and having a great time. This is what I enjoy doing is watching some of the old stuff that's been going on. Man, it just I sort of feel for Jeremy in some of these situations where it's just like, man, it's just
I want to be very clear. She is kicking me out of her office. This is a public. Now, be very clear. The public servant has just kicked me out of the public office.
Well, she maybe had a meeting. I mean, trying to be nice, but I can understand.
I've got 2 water bills here. I'm headed back to Otter Creek. I'm so serious about taking care of these issues. We ain't playing any games anymore. I'm flying to Otter Creek right now.
Nice.
You sure you don't want to come to Otter Creek with me?
I'm 1,000% positive.
I think Mary misses her.
Mary misses her.
Huge booked flight to Orlando, then headed to Otter Creek to go pay that bill. And then there's town council, and they got a huge surprise coming.
Oh, that's pretty.
This is what the entire controversy in Otter Creek is all about. Everybody in Otter Creek's talking about my 2-inch pipe. Time to go pay my water bills over at Town
What's
Hall.
up,
But the
dog?
last time I went to Town Hall, well, you know
Good
what?
to see you.
Last time Mary was in Town Hall, she called the sheriff for this. Yeah, I've got the public records request. This is what was sent to Mary. As a matter of fact, I got all the body cam footage as well. And Mary goes out to the vehicles and she tells the deputies, and she shows the deputies part of what the Hale's videos, which remember, she told me she doesn't watch. Well, I'm glad you're watching. I appreciate that.
I'm not watching.
Well, she was sharing it with the sheriff. I can't be more thrilled. Here's the report right here. Okay? I'm going to read it to you
used to be
because
on.
it's easier for me to read it to you than it is for you to read
cute
it.
puppy.
On the above date and time, which was there was another sheet right above it.
Good
on the above
evening,
date
all
and time,
from
I
New York
responded to the
State.
above
Awesome.
location of reference to a suspicious package. That was Town
so
Hall.
good to see.
Upon arrival, contact was made with Mary DeGroot, who advised she had received a package from UPS addressed to Mary Mathescary. Mary stated she had not ordered anything, nor was she expecting any packages.
I got it.
Mary stated that her
Mary
office had been
Mathescary,
receiving
yes.
threats since the election, and she was scared to open the package. I contacted Corporal Perryman, who advised me to bring the package to him at the sheriff's office. So that's what they did. She gave them the package. They drove to the sheriff's office. Upon arrival at the sheriff's office, Corporal Perryman opened the package and it contained a calculator. The package and the calculator were discarded. The package contained nothing of a threatening nature. Information report only. No video or audio for this incident report. They threw away a donation to town hall. Can you believe this? For all the money they keep asking me to donate by overcharging me on my bills. Here, this is this month's bills. Now remember, we put in a check valve. We paid a lot of money to put in a check valve because they're stealing water and money from us. Infamous 2-inch line here in Otter Creek, which I've got Lonnie and his crew out here. And this is the check valve that's going in. So unbeknownst to me, when my meter went in, I had no check valve. See that there? So what that does is that protects me when the pressure goes down in Otter Creek. Then it doesn't siphon all my water back into the main line and then push it back through the meter. So this is the easy fix right here. Line, how much am I paying for this?
The check valve was 60, the other parts and the labor comes to 138.
Okay, $138 right there to protect myself. And so we got the best in the business on the job.
Thank you,
here
Denise.
today. Remember when I originally called you and I told you the meter was spinning backwards?
Yes.
Yeah, and so, yeah, so a rare occasion when that happens, but
Yeah, it's a rare occasion. It would take a break or for some reason for the system to be shut down. And then when we cut the line to repair, say, a leak or a break, then the water in the lines drains back to our hole and we have to use a pump to pump out the hole.
to get it right back to where it was.
Wow, jeez.
So does anybody in Otter Creek have a check valve? None of the meters, right?
That I'm not sure. I don't know.
Well, that
not
would
I know
suck.
of, but
Now you know of one.
I know of one.
And you know of another coming as well.
Yes,
So
yes,
another resident has already requested check valves as well to make sure. Which the water system has been down here quite a bit here in the past few months because they got the grant for the new filters and they're trying to dial everything in, and it all makes sense now. Let's look at the schoolhouse
Oh,
first. Yeah. In the schoolhouse, this past month we used 1,690 gallons for a total of $24. And there you go. All right, 1,690 gallons. Now, everybody wants to know, Jeremy, did you put a check valve in the schoolhouse yet? Not yet. I'm going to, though. At the ranch house, we used 1,200 gallons. What a drastic change in gallon usage. Hold a second. You're telling me I put in a check valve and all of a sudden my gallon usage decreases to 1,200? I have so many people working here and volunteering at the schoolhouse, and I used 1,690. At the ranch house, I put in a check valve, and all of a sudden, George and I are down to 1,200 a month. Crazy. And the total is 2,581. But that's more than I paid. If you look right here, you see a decrease of 106.59. I didn't pay that much on this account last time. I paid, one second. I'm over here. Don't tell anybody my secret spots, okay? Don't share anybody my secret spots. Last time I was in town hall, I paid, let's see, it was, yes, $105.59.
And have them installed.
Split between the two water accounts. So why is it saying here that I have a decrease of 106.59? Well, it's simply because a fan sent a check for $25 to go towards my water bill. And what did they apply it to? My late fees. And I'm not okay with that. Let's go see Mary Mary. Mail and math is scary. We have two objectives. Number one, my lawyer has given me an objective. I know some of you are going, Jeremy, when are you going to utilize your lawyer? In time. This is a very, very precise operation, and it's going to be like domino effects. Number one, we have to see if they have a prominently displayed notice of the custodial of records. And as you see here, I see nothing here. This is something. The Community Development Block Grant, distribution by Catholic Charities. There's the town hall meeting. Okay, this is tomorrow. This happens tomorrow. There's something big coming, I promise you. We've got budget summary down here.
Love it.
Otter Creek. I was denied housing. Okay, absolutely nothing there. We got to go inside. We have to check. It's a public facility. We can look everywhere. So we have to check that and have to pay my water bill, which ought to be
Hey,
interesting.
Linda
So we've
Evans,
got
good to
two
see
things
you.
We have to do. Oh, that is
my
election
gosh.
results. Afternoon or morning, ladies. Okay. Discrimination, housing, grant, pledge of civility. That's not it. Still looking. True heroes. Town of Otter Creek.
Wow.
And That's the check.
Hello from Boise.
There's no
Good to
paperwork
see
way
you.
back here, is there?
Nice to see you, Terry Pigston. That's awesome from Boise.
Employees only.
Love it. Love it.
Okay, we've got fair housing, notices. We'll be right back. Okay, nothing. Unless it's back here. Let's look back here really quick. 25,000 anti-fraud, workman's comp. No, definitely not here. Not here at all. Mary, can I pay my bill?
Yes, you can.
All right, where would you like me to do it? In there or
Right
out here?
son.
Okay.
You know how much you got? You got your check made out? We're good to go.
I don't know how much, but I would like you to do an itemized bill for me.
This is how you do business to make sure it's
So
right.
here's what I got. Since you came in here, I'm out there.
No.
I've got.
I
You don't have that option, Mary. You're a public official.
Okay, I will make you a bill.
Okay, I want to be very clear. She is kicking me out of her office.
I'm asking you
this
not to
is
come in
this is a public. No, be very clear. Be very clear. The public servant has just kicked me out of the public office. Now, I said at the very beginning, my lawyer put me on this task to find certain documentation. I've been now shut off, as this video will be used in the court of law against the town of Otter Creek. So I've been shut out of the office now. So this is a public facility,
So crazy.
public civil servant. And I've been shut out of the office to even look for the legal documentation that must be on display. So we'll wait, and I feel like the deputies are probably going to be here again as well. Might want to look at that again. Yeah, Mary placed her hands on me. That's a no-no anywhere, especially in a civil government building by a civil government employee.
Hey, Linda.
Can you even call her an employee? I mean, she refuses to do her job.
Evers.
I want to be very clear.
Where's
She's
CT?
kicking me out of her office.
Where's
This
Nick?
is
Later.
this is a public. No. So, are you refusing to let me pay my bill, Mary, or are you giving me an itemized bill? I can't hear you. Are you printing off an itemized bill for me? Thank you. Okay. So we do have. She says she will print off an itemized bill. So we can check a little bit more, but the legal documentation, I do not find it anywhere here on display that should be on display here in the town of Otter Creek. It's not outside. It's not outside on the doors. It's not inside. The only other option would be there's an employees only. This goes to a garage where there used to be. Well, I think that's where the firehouse was. Maybe it was over here. But that documentation obviously is not on display. Anyway.
That was Mary's last day of work. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Lady Tammy.
Mary, you didn't have any problem with my public information in front of Richard last time I came and paid a bill?
Please make sure I'm not on that.
I'm sorry, you're in a public facility. The only way to make sure that you're not on it is to remove yourself from the facility.
I will.
Oh. Hey, Magic Angel. Good to see you. She's arrested for battery that night.
flew back.
Good Lord.
To Florida, just for this.
Oh, wow.
And I got shut out of the office. I'm trying to give them money, and I got shut out of the office.
So aggravating. Hey, T-Rex. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're having a good night. Are you gonna be around tomorrow?
Great.
Tomorrow is something you wanna
we do it right
watch.
here?
Definitely wanna watch tomorrow.
Okay.
I assume you wanted both bills.
So yes, I want both bills. And I also want to know what the late charges are that you've been charging me before so that we can deduct it from the total bill.
I'm not still charging you late charges.
Well, I know you're not because somebody signed in $25 and then you utilize that $25 towards those late charges. I'm not paying those late charges. I want the $25 deducted from my actual
We'll
fees.
deduct it from you by yourself.
Okay, not my job.
My
Yeah.
job is to collect it.
And your job is also the bills.
Oh, you're hiding in McDonough, Georgia. Till about 10 p.m. I don't blame you.
Late charges?
It'll
Because
probably
already
take you
took a
about.
donation that was given towards the town of Otter Creek, and you applied that.
It'll
towards
take
the
you a little bit of
charges
time to get
instead
through all
the
of that.
Actual water fees.
but a
No, that
crazy
wasn't-
mow
that
raid.
refuse to
A mow
pay-
raid.
I
That's fine.
refuse to pay.
Squid pro
the lien.
quo.
All right.
You're doing
Then
well
up to
this
$25?
evening.
Okay, what's my bill?
It's a crazy mow raid, but Mo's not crazy, so it can't be a crazy mow raid. Now, the Raiders might be crazy. Everybody, welcome Mow Raiders. Welcome the Mow Raiders. Captain Kern, good to see you. Oh, and this is when Russ the Sus closed down a town hall for 2 months. No town hall meeting. Mow Raiders, woo! Howdy, Tammy Bugard. How are you doing? Hello, Shizzy. Hope you had a good Monday. Yes, I did have a great Monday. Better than yesterday? Yeah, I imagine so. After you told me what you did, I was like, oh, geez. It's more like a Donna raid. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. Hey, Tamarica. How you doing? Is that British Canada? I believe that's right. That's right. Mama Mo into house. I mean, Karen Mo. I mean, I hope she continues wearing that wig. Just shame on you. Hey, Jocelyn. Hey, yo, traveling fools. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. What a good time. What a good time. Not my bad physical. Oh, well, that sucks. I have a story. All I saw was some crazy Florida chick that fell out of Jersey Housewives and needs some fine loving. Russ said, no clerk, no show. Oh, Donna gonna have a hard time getting out of this show. Yeah. Prison. Oh, hey, Michelle Smuck. How are you doing? Here to smuck stuff up. All right. All right. Stoy Marine over here stalking me because tomorrow we go over the and Mo's going to be invited for this. Is we're going to be watching the trial that we did over the weekend with Broken Baker, and we won getting our client off in the mock trial. It was awesome. We had a good time doing it. It was fun. Everything went off without a hitch. It was and the listening to the jury, it was unreal how awesome they were. I caught a little bit of it, but I did record the jury, so you get to see what the jury was talking about after they went back and deliberated. So you get to see a real jury deliberation tomorrow, and then we might do some edgecomb, but it will probably take up the whole night, and it will be so funny. Yeah, Pernilla was there. Jury. Pernilla was there for the jury. Yes, she is lovely as all get out. You definitely want to be there for this. It was so much. They were so thoughtful and really the way that they were asking questions was unbelievable. And I couldn't give any input, although I was recording it. I just couldn't give them any input. I'm like, I can't tell them one thing or the other. But just listening to them talk and deliberate, it was definitely impressive. I think Mo will be pretty impressed. Let's just put it this way. Karen Patel made quite an impact statement. Oh yeah, this is way back, Paul. This is way back. Yes, Mary math is scary. Oh yes. It was fun. You guys made it look so much fun. Nurse T-Team, I love Muffin. Oh, congratulations, getting nutty for another month. Thank you, Captain Kirk. Kern, I appreciate it. That's awesome. Oh, it was great. You guys were so much fun. We had a great time. Baker blamed you. Why? He can't blame anybody. He can't blame anybody but himself on that. He did a really good job. But whenever you've got an innocent client, it doesn't matter how good of a job you do. It's it was kudos to him, and he, like I said, he put on a really good case. But the evidence won out that just my client just couldn't have done it. There was just things didn't add quite up. You know, and like I said, it was all in fun. We had a great time doing that. You know, it really was so much fun. Kirk, no, I said Kern. I looked at something else. I was looking at Mary and was thinking, I'd like to kick some. Never mind. It used to be. Expert was innocent. Expect. I love it. And I know you meant to say expert. Yes, expert was innocent. It's because you're Swedish. No. Well, that is true. He might do that. But I did create a video for him, so I wanted to stay and chat after, but I had to deal with family matter. Oh, so sorry you missed it. It's okay, D. Robertson. As long as you had a good time. Expert was not guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Yes, and there was plenty of reasonable doubt. Kurt would never bed Mary. She's not green enough. He'll swing yet. Rob me of Sue's fried chicken at the hanging picnic. I know. You were pushing for it. Yes. How long did you have to prepare? I love the different gendered roles. Actors did a great job handling their differences. Yes. How long did I have to prepare? Believe it or not, I had probably close to 3 weeks to prepare, if not more. But because I got tied up with a whole bunch of work and other things, some of those things I didn't really pay any attention till the day of. So, and then of course I caught a tree in the face and then trying to get all of the recording stuff done. So yeah, it was crazy. What was that? Put you in a weird position that prompted the creation of this alt account. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I didn't keep you in too weird of a position, but I'm glad to see that you're here. I really am. And thank you for the super chat. You just need something really nice. And this is also for Debbie Morin on her birthday. There you go. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh. And nothing is complete without.
Wee woo. Wee woo.
Hello.
Hello, Mo.
It's nice to not. I swear to goodness, I watched like 3, an hour worth of videos trying to get an accent correct. But then they were like, you want to turn it into a diphthong? And I was like, I'm out. I'm just going to channel my inner Linda and coffee time lady
Oh my God.
and fake it from there.
Karen's explanation of why her character was the wrong gender was way better than me just calling myself a girl.
Well, to be fair, I didn't want to nuke Baker's channel. And I thought that showing up like in full Justin Trudeau style may have been unacceptable. So I decided, I was like, okay, how can I work this where it doesn't look terrible and I don't end up, with a hate crime tribunal?
Like, and you coming in there from what I could, and we'll have to watch it tomorrow. Because watching it tomorrow
I don't
is
want to listen to me talk.
No, you're not. All we're going to see is jury deliberation. That's all we're going to see. We're going to see how the jury came up with their decision. And you were an integral part of that, Mo.
Well, so I will say that I felt bad for you because you had not only me, but Max, like, right. I was like 2 bulls in a china shop.
It was so beautiful.
Both of us, yeah, you couldn't tell us to stop. Like, we're just on a roll. We're like, this is my trial now.
This is my trial now.
Close up, Mr. DeVille. I mean,
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I will resemble that.
I think it gave us all a better appreciation of how to answer or ask a question, how to ask the right questions and not lead and not, get the information you're wanting out of people without the extra added,
Mhm.
pizzazzle.
Well, and there was a couple of times that David was like in private chat. He's like, "Why aren't you objecting?" I was like, "Because he's making my case for me. I don't need to object."
Because it's Max, and it's not like he's going to listen if you tell him to stop.
No, I mean he was whenever Baker was he would ask questions or closing statements and stuff like that, and I was like because my guy's innocent. I mean,
Well, I
you
think the
you have to
expert
believe.
got himself off, really. I mean, with that performance, and
No,
oh
you
dear
would be
Lord.
you would be so surprised that they were not impressed with that arrogance of that guy. But I was like, oh my gosh. Like I said, you got to watch tomorrow because it is, you'll be here tomorrow. It is going to be a blast. We're going to have so much fun watching them deliberate. And I'll be inviting Baker also. No guarantees that he'll be able to make it because I know that he does like to, sleep at some point in time. So yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. And I did create something here for Debbie, and this is specifically for our birthday girl, for Debbie Moore.
Joyful vibes, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say, Debbie Morin, you're the shining star. Let's celebrate you, no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night.
Yeah.
Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most. Happy birthday, Debbie Morin. Let the rhythm and harmony keep us all cheering. We'll keep singing and dancing through the night in honor of the one who shines so bright. Honor of the one who shines so bright. Honor of the one who shines so bright.
There we go. Happy birthday, Debbie Morin.
Yes.
It is congratulations on making it around the sun one more time and keep it going.
Yeah,
Tequila. Well, Becker can't be
Hey,
at that
tequila.
party.
tequila is okay. They
Oh,
just
it's-
need to make a diet tequila that gives you abs and doesn't give you the munchies and makes you make good decisions. Not sure they.
Yeah, that
So
one
just
doesn't.
take the tequila out of the tequila, basically.
You blame Iris for not realizing the character was a girl when she assigned it to me. You were assigned a sex at birth. This is not my fault that they couldn't recognize how you feel deep down inside.
But you figured out why you were in the girls' dorm real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I would have gone a different route, but hey. And like, wait, well, what can I say? I'm a Mac daddy. I go from room to room, and the ladies pay good money for this. That's the kind of thing that I would be saying.
Some call me the gangster of love, and some
Yes.
just call me Maurice. And if you don't get the reference, then we're not friends.
Oh, I got the reference. I thought it was beautiful. Woo. I was thinking maybe some Striper. Free spirit prepping news. That's awesome. Oh, she says, have I told you how much I love you yet tonight? You haven't had enough to drink yet. Nobody loves me. They just tolerate me. What my wife says, at least. She goes, I say, I love you, dear. She goes, I tolerate you. Kidding. She doesn't do that. But she does tolerate me.
There are sometimes like Mr. Mo will wake up with this incredibly terrifying and unrelenting exuberance and enthusiasm and positivity for the day. And I have to tell him, like, I don't know if you're a new hire, but we don't do that until any other time.
Ever. Like, what's wrong with you?
Ever. Yeah, he's just like, I am in such a good mood. And I was like,
You suck.
I
You're like,
don't know.
well, you're not allowed to be in a
I
good
was like,
mood.
you're scaring me. I felt like the Addams Family. I was like, he smiled at the cat.
Like Wednesday. Oh my God. You would make a perfect Wednesday. Oh my gosh.
I
Or
have
is
that
it-
wig coming.
Oh,
I have not stopped the wig buying. So even though I wasn't in the mood to wear wigs, I still had to collect them all like Pokemon.
oh my gosh. Fall storm, hail, ice cream. Yamaha Dragon Freeman. Hail my duck. I hate people that wake up like that. Yeah, my wife does. I think that's why my wife gets mad at me sometimes, because I always wake up and can't wake up on the bad side of the bed because that's her side.
I usually wake up because the furry overlords are, smacking me in the face. Hey, human, we're
Human.
nearly starving to death.
Yes.
We haven't been fed in 12 hours.
Yes,
It is
and-
now,
If you don't want to be the meal, you will feed us.
yeah. It's like you could push the snooze button, but I'm going to be batting you the entire time. So why don't you get up?
Yeah, it'll make you feel better. Mr. Mo wakes up with another enthusiastic. My sense of humor, immediate thought. Good job, guys.
Well,
Good job.
He could. We sleep in different rooms because he snores and I'm an insomniac. So it's really saved our marriage because I used to go on the nightly trek, like, where can I not hear him snore?
Oh yeah. Hey, John. Welcome from Wisconsin. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. What were we talking? What were we talking about? Sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Pretty much.
Not necessarily in that order, but lots of sex at least, and rock and roll.
Even if it's sexsomnia, which I didn't even know was a thing, but apparently is.
Why you don't you?
So you unite either self-love or attempt to love your partner. Apparently it's a real thing.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I
But
love
like
my.
to the point of bruising or
Oh, well, that's
injury.
so aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that might be a little dangerous. I'm here. Been a rough day. Well, sorry to hear that. Well, let's see if we can make you feel better. Serious, you just came in. Oh, I was just saying that we're making jokes and having fun. That's all we do. I mean, we're watching we do this like on Mondays. We do a watch party of What the Hales and have so much fun. You guys are so far ahead of us with all of this stuff that we're playing like catch up, and it's really cool because just hanging out with all you fine folks. And you're able to tell us all this stuff. It's like, I forgot Mary Math is scary is the nickname that was given to her. I'm like, that's me right there. Mary is me. I am horrible at math. That is me. I suck at math.
Yeah.
Really
but
bad.
you didn't run for town treasurer. Like, your limits. It's not like you're like, I'm going to design the new, Boston Bridge with my lack of math skills.
Sweetheart, lately I can't even run around the block. You expect me to run for town any other thing?
Hey, I did 20 minutes on my stair stepper. Now I had to do that in series of 2 minutes because I'm out of shape, and holy crap, my body's like, what are we doing here? Am I sweating from exertion?
Well,
Are you new here?
I did dig out a tree by its roots this weekend, so Yeah, it was what 20, like a 20-foot dogwood, something like that, about
Oh,
20 foot
wow.
tall. And that was one of the branches that came down and caught me in the face. So
Oh, well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I went out there Sunday with all the anger and piss offedness that I could possibly manage, and managed to dig it out by the roots and destroy all the roots and say this tree will not even its thought or existence will ever be noticed here again. Anger, Hulk crush.
Well, it's better than the man this morning that hugged 1,233 trees. And it did look like he enjoyed it.
There is some weirdness going on out there. I think it's just full moon.
Could someone have told me that 2024 was just going to be the like salt on the edge, or that little sprinkling of salt that one really pretentious and affected chef does? Like, that's just this year. This year is just the salt falling on. We're like, what's going on? Why are we paying $10,000 billion for that?
Yeah, it kicked your ass. Yeah, it kicked my ass doing it. Yeah, I took revenge. The tree did not like it either. It did fall down. It did fall down, and then I managed to chop it into much smaller pieces, and I then proceeded to burn most of the branch, including the branch that smacked me in the face. Burn all that stuff in the fire pit. Well, and then I fell asleep by the fire pit last night.
Oh no.
Well, no, it was perfect because, because I lit it up a little bit early because it was starting to get a little chilly. I had the brisket that I smoked over the weekend. Had a couple of drinks with the wife. She did some like asparagus with it, and we just sort of kicked back by the fire pit. And at some point I was just like, she turned around and she goes, "Are you sleeping?" And I opened up my eyes and I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Well, go back to sleep. You look so adorable." And then she just like left me alone for like an hour. And I just woke up, randomly and was like, "What time is it?" Oh, that's
Probably
right.
when Bigfoot was close enough to tap you on the shoulder.
No, because I did story time last night, which I do every Sunday. So I woke up in time for that, but just barely, and then showed up and like, hooray, Selt boy.
Well,
To understand not wanting to pay late fees, you have to understand they were not getting their bill until after it was due. Exactly. You can't pay a bill if you do not. And that's why he wanted it taken off for the late fees. Absolutely.
Yeah, because we had seen where he went in there and he basically showed her that it was not postmarked until 3 days after the bill. And he was talking about a 9-day billing cycle. And
yeah.
she was just looking at him like a Doberman trying to do an algebra problem, which is what I look like when I'm trying to do math, but still.
Yeah.
I didn't run to be a treasurer.
Well, the thing is they're so used to just doing things the way that they want to. And, it's like all it takes it to challenge some of these people that, is tell them no. And,
yeah.
This is not how it works. Here's a perfect example. I had a bank account in Kentucky because I was basically staying there for a short period of time because I was getting ready to go work on a ship, and I needed to have a banking account to have my checks deposited because I was going to be coming back to Kentucky. And so I got all of that stuff set up, had direct deposit going in there. I made sure that any fees or anything was covered. That was all taken care of. I even left an extra 20, I think it was 20 or $30, something like that, just to cover something I thought was supposed to come in. And I left that in there for another 90 days past. And then I closed out the account. Well, apparently there was some $3 charge that someone waited maybe 90 days to process or some crap like that. The bank didn't reach out to me or anything, and they put a late fee on there. And 7 years later, whenever I went to go open up another bank account, they were just like, "We can't open up a bank account."
Yeah, because you owe another bank.
It was almost 7 years later. And And I was
Oh,
just like, what the hell is this stuff? So I call, they gave me the number of whatever collection agency. I call the collection agency and they go, it's $3.24. I was like, yeah, you're not getting $3.24 from me. I was like, why don't you just wipe that out? And she was like, yeah, we're not going to do that. You just owe the $3.24. Why can't you just pay it? And I said, sweetheart, do you realize in about 30 days, 7 years is going to be up and you can kiss my ass. You're not going to get $3.24 from me. You've wasted enough of my time. Goodbye. And I hung up, and 30 days later, I went and opened up a bank account because it was pulled off my credit.
Yeah,
Yeah, they can't keep going after you after 7 years. They have to wipe it out.
well, that's so they have these new scams where they try to get you, they call you and say that you had a payday loan or something, and but for a flat fee, this will go off of your record. So they had certain information about me that I'm sure internet wizards could figure it out very easily,
Yeah.
but some of it wasn't adding up. So I was so upset because I was like, I don't remember doing this. Mr. Mo was like, dingus, look at your credit score. If it's not on your credit thing, then it's fine. And so finally they still call me to this day. They continue to call me, but I made one of the guys hang up on me because I was following this whole story. I was like, okay, so I did this in what year? And he's like, 2016. And I said, and how can you tell it's me? And he's like, ma'am, I have your W-2 right in front of me. And I said, well, then you need to call the police. And he's like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, I haven't worked in 12 years. So if there's a W-2 there, then it's not mine. And he's like, how do you live without working for 10 years? I was like, not that it's any of your business, but it's none of your business. And he's like, ma'am, I don't think we need to be all hateful to each other. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. You figure out who's stealing my identity and call me back. This is a very important matter, young lady.
Young lady, thank you. Appreciate
Can
it.
we bring back the old phone? I need one of those really heavy Bakelite, something
Whenever
substantial.
You slam it down, it goes.
Yeah.
Shizzy. Everybody blames Shizzy. Oh my gosh, yes, I've had it. You don't have a terrible sense of humor. Speaking of ass, I keep wondering whose deep end Mo is in.
It was the internet. It was a euphemism for jumping into scary stuff.
Yes.
Because I tend to indoor cat activities.
When your husband was basically saying, Diane, he had Medicaid and Medicare, I thought everything was paid and we didn't receive any bills for 2 months after he passed. UK hospital emptied your bank account. $36,000. Yeah. Yeah, that is the kind of crap that happens. That is the kind of crap that happens. And here there, like my wife's father, my father-in-law, whenever he passed, he had some medical equipment that this company wanted back. They wanted to charge like $20,000 or something like that for it. But see, what we did is we saved every single piece of equipment that was in that house. And one of those pieces happened to be left with the main office for the apartment where he was at, because they're in South Carolina and brother-in-law's in Florida and we're in Georgia, and it's just easier for them to come by and pick it up. And I guess they never came by and picked it up, wanted to charge like $20,000 or something. This is like, it's right there. All you have to do is just go get it. They're holding it for you. And they're just like, well, no, you need to blah, 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 blah. It's just like, no, you need to. Here's where it is. And if you try charging for this, then we're gonna see you in court. And
it's so dumb.
Well, so they're asses. Some of these companies are real, and sure, you want to get your equipment back, send a courier over and get your crap. I mean, if it's a $20,000 piece of equipment, then you can afford the $100 or whatever to send a courier over to go pick up a piece of equipment from that place. But yeah, it's neither here nor there. We got that all taken care of and settled. And then they called back and they said, well, there was something blah 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 missing. So what we did is we because all the equipment went to his sister, like she just took it with her because she was going to take it to a place to donate. She just hadn't gotten to it yet. And so we told her just send everything to him. Every single piece of that equipment, just send it to him. Like, it doesn't matter, just send it to him. She was like, okay, we'll pay for it. So she sent every single piece of electronic equipment that we had sent to her. There was like a CPAP and all kinds of stuff. It's just like, I don't want to hear shit from these people. Just ridiculous.
There
Mhm.
are some times that I do think the adult thing to do would just be to upraise middle fingers and say, where exactly should I send this salute? I think that should be acceptable. I think that should be considered ladylike, consider where you're not using curse words. We're simply gesturing.
Yes. Yes, that should be completely allowed. I'm sending you two.
Oh, Shizzy, about car stuff. Did you know that Toyota Priuses do not have park on the little stick thingy? It's a button. So long story short, the car I drive had a flat tire, so we had to go get the tires changed, and Mr. Mo's like, this is very unsafe, so I will drive. And I'm over here trying to figure out how to drive his Prius, and I'm like, where the flip is the park button? Or the park thing, because it's not on the little sticky do thing. It's a button. And I was like, they have to be punking me with this button. Also, you can't hear the damn engine, so you don't even know if you have it turned the hell on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this is how communism wins.
Get you with electric cars.
I'm just like, it's not making a sound. How is it working?
Yeah, well, and what they did, there's some cars, like I think it was the Chevy Volt, they actually put a little sound maker in them so that way you could hear them, because
that's comforting.
Yeah, well,
I don't know how to turn this off.
Mainly for the outside, people on the outside, so they could hear you coming down the road, because they're like, you'll hear the little whir. That's an added sound, because those things are absolutely silent except for the crunching of the tires, but they've added noises to them.
I mean, the ride was really, really smooth. I could not, it was disconcerting to not have any noise and then not know that there's a park button. I still can't get over, because I was like, this is too stupid to be real. And then I was like, oh, it is a button.
What if you want to have some fun? Like, make sure you've got like a good newer Prius, pull up next to somebody and then just gun it, because it's a direct train motor. So that motor,
wow.
it will blow the doors off of most cars from like 0 to like 20 or 30 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're quick off the line. It's just instant power and they're gone. That's what makes Tesla so fast, is because some of them have 4 motors. They have a motor on each wheel, and some of them have 2 motors. So they have motor on the front axle and the rear axle. And whenever you hit the gas pedal, it's gone. I mean, you can go through a stoplight. Imagine being sitting at a stoplight, and before you get through the stoplight, you can be doing over 60 miles an hour before you make it through the stoplight. That's how fast they can get off the line. Like, they go from 0 to 60 in 0.0 whatever seconds. And yeah, it's fast.
Look, I just like my Ford. I call it my Ford Fuck It. I think it's called not a Focus, but a Fusion.
Yeah.
I just like that car. Like that car is a real car.
Wow. Your husband let for a credit card go through their entire speech, and then they asked, do you have any questions? You asked if the card came with the job because he lost his job.
Oh gosh.
It's like someone trying to sell me timeshares.
Well, that's like someone telling me they have my W-2. Like, I'm like, well, that's gonna be interesting.
So what you do is you let someone get they want to do their whole spiel for timeshares. Oh yeah, we got these timeshares. Just like, it's like, well, excellent. So So I'll take it for the first 15 years, and then they can have it after that. Does that work for you guys? As that's how I want to roll with this. And they go, what? No, that seriously, that's what I'll take the first 15 years. Next guy, he can take the next 15 years. Next guy can take the next 15 years. Sign me up. And they're just like, no, that's not how it works. You can only use it this period. No, that's not how it's going to work. I'm going to take the first 15 years. Where's the keys? Like I'll pay my, $200 a year or whatever. This is a great deal. This will fix the housing crisis. You guys have no idea how great of a job you're doing. And pretty soon they're just like, go away. We don't want you anymore.
My favorite is, can I speak to the man of the house? And I say, no, she's out at the factory. This is the woman of the house. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
One person actually told me to go get my husband so he could explain how banking works. And I was like, she's not home. How very dare you?
Yeah.
Did you just assume my significant I went on for like 10 minutes. I think they hung up, but I was having fun. So, it made my day.
Well, and I get these messages every so often. It's so weird. I'll get these random messages from who in the hell knows who it is. And they're just like, hey, remember me? My name is what? Let's see. There was something else. That and the people that are just like, I'm running for Senate.
I've got a lot of those. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, I had one that said, I apologize bothering you via text message. Are you looking for a job? And I said, a hand job sounds good to me. When are you coming over so you can work me out?
P.S. Bring foot-long Subway sandwich of any kind.
Or, hey, how are things? I had one that said, hey, how are things going with you? Going for you? And I said, absolutely fine. Would you mind coming over and help me bury the body? What was the other one that was, and they usually don't respond. I don't understand it. Hey, I had one that was just like classic. It was just like, I've had your number in my phone forever. Who is this? And I said, it's Sex God. How are you doing, my little sex muffin? When you coming over? Daddy needs you to get, Daddy's got his hand warmed up for you. Oh yeah.
All the harassment. Your wife's going to be like, did I just see something filed on you? And you're like, look, what had happened, sweetie?
Hey, they reached out to me.
Fun.
They reached out to me. I didn't reach out to them.
I need a defense attorney.
They reach out to me. I don't know who they are.
That is true.
I mean, I might know some of them because I've had this before, the same number since before I met my wife. So it's a possibility. They could be, it could be people that I knew before my wife, but I'm not worried about it. They know what kind of joker I am anyway. So I used to say that kind of shit all the time. Like I walked into a music store. Yeah. It was like this little private music store that used to go into all the time. Oh, no. And dude had gotten with this nice big gong. And there's this lady in there like talking about like guitar lessons for a kid or something like that. And I walk up to the gong. And I'm like, bring in the whores. And it just continued walking.
Do you have to do the whole Conan, Arnold first speaking gig?
I'll bring in the whores.
And the lamentations of the women. I'm like, where did you learn to English?
Well, the first movie that he did, they actually overdubbed his voice.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
He was supposed to be like Hercules or something like that. It was really bad, or some Greek thing or whatever. But yeah, like they totally overdubbed his voice. It was so noticeable too. I'd have to figure out which
his
one
best movie or his best line has to be "Get to the chopper."
I like the caller that says, "You asked me to call you. Do you remember?" Yeah, I get lots of them.
I don't yet, but I
do.
tend
Most of
tend
mine
to
are
get the-
political ones. I just started deleting those because it's all just a robocall, which they're not supposed to do.
yeah.
They said,
Where's
"Oh,
your
except if it's political ads." I was like, "How about this?" I go down there and I waste, the next, 3 years of their freaking life just pissing on everything that they own. How's that? How wasting time?
I've
on
just told them that I'm running as well, so I wouldn't be impartial.
There you go.
They're like, "What are you doing? What?" Mr. Mo was next to me at one point. He's like, "The hell are you talking about?" I was like, "My presidential run."
Yes. Haven't you seen it? Mo for president. That's what I said. I get the text message for valid numbers, just block and delete. Oh, I get pictures. Like some Asian girl sent me some picture or something like that. It was just like, "Would you like to talk?" And I was like, well, I had other things in mind, and talking wasn't one of them. It's like, "Can you do the downward dog? And why are you wearing clothes?" Things like that. Just like, and pretty soon they're just like, they just ignore you. I'm like, well, because you pulled some chick's picture off the interwebs and you decided to send it to me. I was like, great. Hit that like and subscribe. Oh, thank you, Iron Rabbit, for being here for 6 months. I could have sworn you've been here much longer than 6 months.
I'm
you're
with
so awesome.
Yeah, I pretty much. I'm like, no, I'm running with Ron Paul. I'm still in the Ron Paul revolution.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen one of these days.
I'm voting for Arnold this year.
I'm
He's
stalking
running,
for
right?
Goldwater. Y'all had a chance to put him in and have some sanity. I blame you all. I wasn't allowed to vote. I would have been full for Goldwater.
Yeah, but Iron. Yeah, but for a few of those, yeah, you spawned up on more lists. Well, of course.
I don't know. I'm just glad that people care about my car insurance, and maintenance plan so much. It's like someone loves me and someone cares that the squirrels chewed through my brake lines.
You know what we used to do whenever I worked at a pizza joint, because we could do conference calls on it. We'd call like 3 Waffle Houses, because we'd be bored, or it'd be like there's always a time at night where like it completely dies off. You've got everything cleaned up, all your prep is done, and you're just sitting around just like smoking cigarettes at home.
And you're just like, if anyone calls, I will screw up their pizza.
No, we were actually hoping they'll call so we have something to do. So what we'd do is we'd call Waffle House, and then we'd call another Waffle House, and we'd call another Waffle House, and we put them all on conference call, because you could make them all dial at the same time. Like you pre-dial the number, and then hit the button, and then put it on speakerphone and just sit there and listen. And we'd have ourselves muted so they couldn't hear us, and they'd be like, "Waffle House, blah blah blah, Waffle House," and just like they'd be yelling at each other. "Got this. What do you want?" And it's just like, what do you want? You called me? No, you called me. Or Chinese restaurants were also a fun one. Like call a couple of Chinese restaurants, and it would, before you knew it, they would be cussing each other out in Chinese. At least that's what it sounded like to us. It was just like, whoa.
Why did I have a feeling that you, an expert, would probably do all of these things together?
It was fun. It was fun. It wasn't bad. Nobody was harmed.
No, I feel like Waffle House has enough to deal with like the semi-nude, 3 a.m. drunk people and all the fights and such.
I worked at a Waffle House. You know that, right? I was a second shift manager.
Holy
at Waffle House.
God.
Yeah.
And you survived.
Yeah.
Did you get like a Purple Heart or walking wound? Did we ever have to make the waffle iron a melee weapon?
I might have taken some acid one day while I was at work with the manager.
I can imagine that went swimmingly. You made a lot of hash brown waffles, and that's how they got a new item on the menu.
No, me and the manager were just sort of like poking fun at each other. We couldn't stop laughing. We were just, I mean, everything got done. It was just, we were laughing our asses off the whole time.
Well, you know, that's, hey.
He'd be in the back,
office
like
space
tapping
dream.
on the window. You hear that, because, you know, there's a two-way mirror there and there's like an office in the back. So he'd be like, tap, tap, tap. And I'd just be laughing because earlier he goes, every time I tap on the window, you're going to look up and you're going to see that wall and it's going to look like it's melting with all the grease in here. And I was just like, oh, that's so gross. And then I would hear this tap, tap, tap on the window. You do it like his key. So it'd be this like tink, 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 tink. And I would just start laughing because the walls never did that, but we were just having a good time. Yeah. That was fun. You know, and he was actually a pretty cool manager and pretty on top of his stuff. So we had fun. That stuff makes me laugh for hours. Okay, more acid stories. Makes me laugh for hours. Yeah, I could tell you one about us wandering around a little 5 Points, me and my guitar player, and he might have both between us, I think, probably taken about 20 hits of acid between the both of us.
Were you still alive?
Oh no, it was some really weak, well, maybe sort of. I do remember that he was throwing up at one point in time, but that might have been because we were
talking to Smurf and we were on Fraggle Rock, but really it was quite mild.
He had like grape juice and vodka or something like that. We're talking like Welch's grape juice and vodka. It was. Oh yeah, it was.
Why? Just drink Dimetap for F's sake.
No, because you know, he was just wanting to. They like offered him a drink, and they were just like, "Oh, we don't really have anything to mix it with." And I was like, "I'm not drinking that stuff." And then one time, he hands me his glasses so he didn't lose them, and he was throwing up for like the next like hour. It seemed like and then of course, you know, he's wandering around screaming at, you know, all the comfortable dogs living in their comfortable little dog houses, and how dare they? And I'm just sitting there going, God, this is so much fun. I'm having a blast here. He goes, you know what we ought to do? We ought to just call the cops and tell them we took a whole bunch of acid. And then he like takes off running and then stops and throws up. And I'm just like, and then one point, you know, he like started calming down. I think he was starting to come down off his trip, and he was like, dude, I can't. And he's like, we need to go back to where we were tonight. And I was like, why do we need to go back? He goes, dude, I fucking lost my glasses. I have no idea where they're at. They're probably laying in a puddle of vomit somewhere. And I was just like, I'm like, dude, I've got them right here. You handed them to me whenever you first started to throw up. I've been carrying them for like the past like 3 hours. And he's just like,
there's the problem.
Cool.
Past me always expects future me to be all together and have my poop in a group and be, you know, on top of things. Past me is a fucking optimist. Current me and future me is always a hot mess.
And I will say this, drugs are bad and they're horrible. Don't ever do drugs. No promotion here. It will kill brain cells, and it is horrible, bad. Drugs are bad, horrible things. Don't touch them ever unless they're prescribed by a doctor, and only see your doctor, even if it's Dr. Love, but only see your doctors. So
yes, no semi-street legal pharmacists, you know.
There were cell phones whenever we were younger. You just didn't really notice them. At least whenever I was younger.
Okay, let's see if Jeremy will get his $25 back. I feel like we've cliffhangered this enough.
Yes,
What's my bill?
Tell me what you're paying, because that's how we've done it before, because you refuse to pay what you're billed.
So what am I being charged? After we deduct the late fees, what am I being charged?
There's nothing deducted.
This is the schoolhouse.
It's no longer a schoolhouse. Your current bill is listed here, is $33.59.
What is the $25.81 that says you owe $25.81 when you're telling me it's $33.59?
Because there was a credit on the account.
Okay, so how much is this bill then?
Your current bill is $33.59. If you're going to take me to court over late charges,
Balance
Then we'll-
due. Balance due. Amount due 2581. Right there. 2581 by due date. How much do I owe on this bill?
2581 by due date.
Yes, you are going to court. That is the end goal.
Okay.
And I hope you do time behind bars for stealing from people.
Not
So
stealing from
the
anyone.
$25 and your illegal activities here in town hall and in the town of Otter Creek. The $25 that was given, which I want to be very clear, nobody send Otter Creek money on my behalf. You're not helping me. You're not helping anybody by doing such things. The
Well, you're the only one
$25.
that's soliciting help from outsiders.
$25. Here we go again. Outsiders and insiders. I thought all people were just people. I thought we all had the same blood running through our veins. I thought we all had the same needs. We need food, shelter, relationships,
Did he get
love.
Mr. T
Nope.
haircut,
Apparently
or-
here in Otter Creek, you're either born in Otter Creek and you're
I think maybe he has a scar there, but I could be wrong. Maybe he just got it cut like that.
I mean, it kind of looks like he's doing the Mr. T, just a little faux hawk.
No, no, I don't
Captain
think
Kern,
so.
I don't understand how y'all used to navigate without
I had-
the phone telling you where to go. Remember
mean-
when we used to have such hope and we would print out MapQuest and you had like 5 different pages?
No, I had a map. Like I had an atlas, a road atlas.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I had a whole road atlas. I mean, and see, Georgia messed up my navigational skills. Like seriously. And I was a pizza delivery driver, but it messed up my navigational skills. I cannot tell north from south, from east from west in Georgia. I like have no sense of direction. Like
I have
I feel like I stepped into a vortex of assholes or something, because I joke not is just, there is no sense of direction. It makes no sense. Like you tell me that I'm going north on 75, but I'm going west, and you tell me that I'm going south, but I'm going north on
Oh, we have one of
285.
those. We
Yeah.
have a donut that goes around the city. So you're
Yeah.
either going north, southwest, or, southeast.
Well, Atlanta is
No.
just a big butthole, and you can tell because they drew it out and then they puckered everything in to it. It feeds into the butthole. It's horrible.
Well,
Pagers were in your son's day. Yeah, I had pagers. Yeah, I mean, I had one pager that I had forever. Because being a musician, you had to have somebody that had a way that they could reach out to you. It's just like, well, just hit me up on my pager and I'll call you back. And had landlines. Oh God, I haven't had a landline in 20 years. Seriously, no landline in like 20 years. My
Oh, I
wife
know.
had one that said he is a woman without directional skills. Yes, completely.
but only in Georgia because,
Okay. So it might have just been a style thing that he was doing, the cut,
Okay.
maybe.
I just noticed it was somewhat different, or maybe the angle, but I was like, my boys would love a faux hawk like that.
Yeah.
They usually get to have mohawks in the summer. And so, yeah.
I
I'm like,
I
my
thought
boys
about
would
going
love
back to a mohawk and just letting it all grow out and then just come showing up on. The only problem is showing up on stream with that. It ends up being like it'll separate out because of this right
Yeah.
here. So it would just be like what the hell is that?
Yeah, my youngest calls them ho-hawks. And I'm like, that's Mo. And he's like, that's what I said, ho. And I was like, okay, no.
Oh,
Need to
okay.
work on it.
You just like the wide part line. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Because of losing hair. Well, we all have that happen. I mean, the hair goes away after a while. No, nothing to be
And
ashamed
it
about.
marches steadily into your ears and nose.
That's nice.
I don't know
God.
why.
Yeah, fade haircut. We'll go back to
You're
this.
an insider or you're an outsider.
Mm.
Oh, and they steal from you. You got a calculator to help you, but you threw it away. So
I
the
don't have-
$25, no, you gave it to the deputies, and that's fine. You have every prerogative to do that. They threw it away. The $25, I want that applied to the actual water usage. I refuse to pay your late fees. They're bogus. So what do I owe on this bill?
81 cents.
Okay. And then on this one, I owe
$24.
Okay, I can point it for you.
You're gonna complain about that as well, the minimum charge.
Well, we're gonna fight that one over in court. Can I borrow your pen? So what I'm gonna pay today
Okay,
is
Jeremy, you should have
$24
brought your
for
own
the not
pen.
an old schoolhouse, and I'm
Make her-
gonna pay
Yeah, you
31
should have.
cents for
But,
Otter Creek,
yeah.
now that I actually have my check valve in.
I'm,
as they
I'm
stole
so
from me.
type A, I have to have my
So I'm
own
gonna
type of
pay
pen that I
24.
like.
Yep, same here.
81.
Because they give you the cheap little bics, and I'm like, I hate
I hate
those.
those things. They don't work.
Those. They're garbage.
I say that because
Garbage.
this is what happened last month when I went to go pay my water bill. Hi, gentlemen. I'm trying to pay my bill. City clerk won't break down the bill instruction for me. So I'm continuing to try and pay my water bill. Okay.
This is so hilarious
This
with
is
their.
the third time I've been in Otter Creek in a row where the sheriff
I
has been
like their
called, which
moob
is a
hold.
complete and total
Maybe I'll
misuse of county
should I
funds,
just
in
start
my
doing that
opinion.
with my bra? Like just
Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Rollerblade pins. Oh, rollerball. Yes.
actually,
Okay.
I found
Go
a really
ahead,
good
go ahead.
fountain pen, and I like that.
With free spirit prepping, you get some rest and be safe. Be very safe. Good night. Good night. Never. He never has a pen. Choose out Mary and then ask for a pen. Well, I mean, it is pretty awesome. You think about it.
And
I mean-
Nurse TT, I am not allowed to tell Mr. Mo that he should go bald. I did that when I was pregnant with one of the feral children. And while I thought he looked good, looking back, he kind of looked like he was on his last wish for Make-A-Wish. So, yeah, he also has a divity head. So I don't know why
You
he
backtracked on that. Was like, no, it's okay. You can
Well,
keep
I
your
was
hair.
like, we had a sixth kid, so I still found you attractive.
Yeah.
Or I had a lot of moonshine. I mean, either way.
Either way, you still got some. Don't complain.
Yeah, dang it. Can't even get praise for a good job.
You do a job right in the first place. Yes. Yes.
That would be
and-
impossible.
well, yes, it does happen. I mean, it's
Whichever you want.
Mm.
Did he really write a check for like $12?
and cents.
To be fair, I used to float some checks in my day. Not that I ever did that really, because that would be bad.
I'm surprised she didn't ask for his ID on the check so she could write his license
Yeah.
number on there. We used to have to do that whenever I worked at
Oh,
Pizza
what
Joint.
nasty gram is she writing? BTW.
Oh, you
where
can
do
tell
think
she's-
they got
I
these
actually spent a ton of money
upholstered.
on Flights, rental cars, the whole deal. Because Mary says I have a funding issue with paying my water bill.
Well,
So I
apparently
made
you
sure to be here before the 15th
Did you
to
want to
pay
get
it.
a copy of that for your,
If you don't mind, please, copy of the check.
you always take a copy of your check.
If you don't want to copy it, we can just do it this way. But yes, I do want for the CPA.
Well, and
How's the rest
if
of your weekend going, Mary?
Oh, it's great.
I love her. He's like, "You're terrible. I'll see you in jail." Also, how you doing?
Have it.
yeah,
Most people don't get stolen from because they're an
You're
outsider
not
either.
being stolen from.
And most people
where
don't
you come from
intentionally.
has nothing to do with it.
Most people don't intentionally break the law. When
just
they're
no
stolen.
comb over. Oh yeah, no comb over.
Don't come in and tell me that they're going to destroy me
Most people.
for sending
would-
you a bill.
Most
that
people
is
would have actually
due.
heeded warning when they were told, don't come up with numbers out the backside of your rear end when I came here 3 years ago and you started lying to me. And you've lied to me over and over and over. How many lies have I proven already in regards to these videos? Here's just a couple of the lies. Biggest one, the funding issue for the water bill.
You knew you still had a leak.
I know there's never been a leak found. Did you
Well-
have Lonnie come out and check the meter? Like you said you were going to last time I paid my bill?
You already talked to Lonnie.
I did, and you said you were gonna have Lonnie come
No, I
out.
didn't say I was gonna have Lonnie come out.
Okay, we're gonna do a flashback clip right here where Mary tells me I'll have Lonnie go out and check that.
Has Lonnie checked the meter yet?
He hasn't.
Okay,
So-
we'll get your meter checked.
Can we get through this without any lying, anything illegal,
I
you
know,
saying
you
more
want
illegal
to.
things? When I walked in here the first time, you pulled numbers out of the air. Nobody was paying them but me. Then, because
You're
of
wrong.
me, and you wonder why I have to record my entire life in Otter Creek. Let's rewind again back to 2021. So why am I, as a resident of Otter Creek, being charged $50 for something that just out of the blue you guys pulled and went, okay, I'm going to charge them $50?
Well,
Who-
take it up with the council.
So
and-
who made that decision? The council didn't.
She
because
has
I've
a
already talked to council
5-head.
members, some of them. So the council
Yep.
doesn't know
That's
anything about this. Some of
Yeah,
them.
No, it's more like a 10 head.
Bill me at $50 a month.
She's
That
part
was the
Klingon.
commercial rate.
Did anybody tell you to bill me that?
It's big brain.
Or did you just
Yes.
go $50 a month?
No, I went by the previous commercial rates.
So
The one-
previous
Hey,
people in
Jessica,
Otter
good to
Creek
see
have been
you.
charged $50 a month.
Stroke me,
Or am I the
stroke
first person
me.
It's actually going to be
Bro.
$66.25
Bro.
per month.
So am I the first person ever to be charged at their commercial rate?
No, there were previous 2-inch meters that are not in service at this
So they're just not in
time.
service anymore,
Right.
but they were charged at what rate?
The it was actually more than it is going to be now. But I'll take it up with the council and
Because
see
so I've
what
talked
kind
to
of
some
an
members of the
adjustment.
council already. They are unaware of this. As a matter of fact, the members of the council that I talked to said it does not matter whether you're commercial or residential. The rate is the rate is the rate.
Very stroked out.
We'll adjust it to the residential rate.
Now remember, according to Mary, that never happened. As a matter of fact, all of the flashbacks that you've seen so far in here never happened. You say you don't watch, and yet you
Based on
showed
your
you
integrity.
showed the sheriff the videos, but you don't watch. You've lied over and over and over
Oh,
to me, and you've kept
sorry to
yourself
hear that.
over and over again. The smartest
I don't
thing you
wish
can do, Mary,
bad
is
on
not
anybody.
talk. I'm trying to help
No.
you because all you do is incriminate
Oh,
yourself.
it was after
over
her
and over
arrest.
and over again, and you did it yet again
Oh.
today.
Whatever.
Glad to see you again.
Well, and she really had a stroke. Well, she is not the youngest thing, and those things do happen.
Yeah.
And I feel bad that she had a stroke, but if you try to correlate that this was because of her, because of this interaction, no, that's not true.
Then, so Jeremy was with her in her entire life. Because look, as a fluffy American, I can call another fluffy American out. But he was with her all her life when she was, making maybe bad dietary choices or maybe not exercising. I mean,
Yeah.
possibly, but possibly not.
After she got served for battery, Jeremy got blamed for her stroke. No, that's not the way that strokes work. I mean, let's put it this way. My wife's grandmother had a stroke while they were driving on the road coming back from a dog show. Would you say that because my father-in-law had moved in and was helping take care of them at the time and was being completely useless caused her to have a stroke? No. She would have had the stroke because, like you said, bad dietary decisions or whatever other issues, age, all of these things are contributing factors. And you can't blame somebody. I mean, you can, but your health decisions are your health decisions.
Well, yeah, that's like blaming a dachshund because she went, to a dog show, which I still think long-haired dachshunds are probably the cats of all the dog species. I don't trust them. I
Wait
seem
a
to always
second.
be.
Wait
I
a
seem to
second.
always live next to a herd of wiener dogs.
All right, look.
Every single neighbor.
Would you trust this?
Yes, but he doesn't look like a dachshund. He looks like a morkie.
He is a long-haired dachshund Chihuahua. So he's got
well,
a
then the
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua makes him better. Look, I'm just saying, dachshunds, I always get the one dachshund who wants to try to, establish dominance. And I'm like, sir, your legs are this tall.
Hey, that's how his are.
I
Then
mean,
he got
you
a-
not
and
to
he-
try to
and
be
he
the
got-
alpha.
He tries to be the alpha, but he got his haircut. Now he looks like a cute little puppy, but he still has that look of like soulless. He is completely soulless. Like his eyes are completely black.
I'm telling you, it's the dachshund in him. I'm telling you, I've never had good luck with that dog. I don't, those kind of dogs. But they,
Oh, so she
it's a
was never
Chiweenie.
arrested. Yeah, it's a Chiweenie. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I would get that dog just because the name is cute, but
Yeah. That's my wife had no idea. She was just like, oh, he's so cute. Cause we got him and he still had baby teeth. He lost a
no.
few of them whenever we had him. but he was, yeah, he still had his balls and everything. So we had to go get him fixed and get him all. He was chipped, but whoever owned him before never registered the chip.
Oh.
And the veterinarian, my wife actually went to college with the veterinarian. She went to UGA, and they lived like, because it's like student housing kind of thing, but sort of off campus, like apartments things or whatever. And so like she lived there also, and they knew each other just because they lived in the same thing. And they would talk on a regular basis. Whenever she found out that she was a veterinarian practicing in our neighborhood, she was like, I'm there, like, because I know this girl and she's really cool and she really cares about animals. And so went over there, and whenever she first saw the dog, she was just like, this is not uncommon. More than likely this dog came from a Hispanic family, because they don't, for whatever reason, they don't understand what the chipping procedure is, that you have to register it. And they didn't cut the balls off, which is not uncommon also, because they don't understand. You don't want to have your dog, humping every single thing that runs into town. It's sort of a religion thing. It's, why would we do that?
Well, I mean, you can't stop procreation even with doggos.
Yeah, I mean, but he has a little
Not sure
bit of,
the Pope even approves of that.
he has a
We have
little
to-
bit of a humping problem, which is weird, because he'll start humping, then he like starts biting on it and starts yanking on it, and it's like this is so violent and scary. Like I'm scared to watch, because it looks like you want to kill it. It's like,
Does he ever pull it so hard he yipes at himself?
yes,
Because this is all I'm seeing.
yes. And he would be like, his little butt will be just doing this number. He's like, it's like, why?
As
then
a
he'll-
mother of boys, there is no answer to the why.
Well,
I have simply learned to
I found out
redirect
because
those to
the people that we got him from said he used to run with a pack of dogs. So as a puppy, he was running with a
Oh.
pack of dogs. Like we're not talking small dogs. Like he was the runt of the group. So he has alpha mentality. Like he probably would have run
he
that
had to go
pack.
Charles Manson on him. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm small but crazy.
Yeah,
You don't.
don't want to mess with me. No. He's
Did I tell you
pretty
we
awesome.
figured out a cat name? So
Why did
someone
you
helped
figure
me, and so Wilfred, because we can't have a Mo stream without bringing up Wilfred
Yeah.
Brimley for some reason in the Vetus. So it'll be Wilfred Floofy Pants, middle manager of the chaos dimension, because he has that. He has the office look, like I just don't want to be here, and why. And that was the main selling point. I
Yeah.
wanted a cat that looked pissed off with the world.
Like, I am going to mess you up.
And it's
Latin
just
Nutter
like,
is a long-haired wiener dog, and she accused Madam Mayor of trying to steal the dog and called the popo. Oh,
Oh Lord. Of course she did. Why am I am
Jeez.
not shocked.
no,
Have a
I'm
good
not
day.
shocked either.
I'll be here. I can promise you that. So will others.
See, I will say that so he is much better at confrontation and standing up for himself,
Mhm.
whereas that would have probably drained me for the entire day. And I would go in and I would say, I don't understand this. Why are you lying? But he's good at advocating for himself when he's in these type of situations, whereas it would stymie me. Like it'd be 3 years later and I'd be like, I should have said this.
Ugh,
Like
not
it would've been-
me. Not me. I usually say what I mean and mean what I say. And if I didn't say it, then well, there's been times I've walked out there and I should have said X, Y, or Z, but I didn't. And I'm like, yeah, that's, it is what it is. Probably a good thing I didn't say that.
To be fair, 3 a.m. me thinks I'm is really good at thinking about what I should have said 7 years ago. 3
Yeah.
a.m. me, it has all the comebacks.
Yes.
If they could just share with the rest of the class when I'm actually in a situation, could
Yeah.
that happen?
Yeah. I've been trying to get my split personality to not be so divisive.
Oh dear Lord. Do any of these deputies, do we have no hot deputies? I really think
No.
that this is a bad sign for Otter
Otter-
Creek. We need
Well,
some.
it's Levy County. These are all Levy County deputies or sheriff's office. But I don't think Otter Creek has its own police department.
Oh.
They rely on the Levy County or Levy County. I think it's Levy County sheriff's department to basically handle stuff because whenever you don't have a large
Yeah.
population, what is the point of having a police officer? What is he going to do?
Well, apparently being a police officer starts with holding your non-existent bra straps and looking deeply uncomfortable in 100% polyester.
Yeah. Well, I'm good at that.
Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. 100%.
Oh boy.
Yesterday,
LIEnette-
when I went to go pay my
Meadows.
water bill in town hall, the town
Yeah.
clerk placed her hands on me. I'm filing charges today with the Levy County Sheriff Office.
Ooh.
Mary placed her hands on me. That's a no-no anywhere, especially in a civil government building by a civil government employee.
I want to be very clear. She is kicking me out of her office.
I'm
This
asking you not to
is
come in,
this
Phil.
is a public.
Today's a pretty big day in the history of Otter Creek because many of the people want change. And I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. 95% of these people are the sweetest, most generous, loving people you would ever meet. You don't get to see them on the videos, typically. You saw them at our $1 garage sale to benefit the Ark. You saw the people of the Ark. You see people that we hang out with time to time in different fun videos. It's the bad people that we have
Nice.
to film to keep them accountable, as they've called us outsiders, as they've tried to take advantage of us, as they tried to overcharge us. They lie.
Yeah,
they
most of the
deceive.
sheriff's
Tonight,
deputies
we'll
have
be
left
fighting
those
it.
positions,
There's a
yeah.
town hall meeting. But before the town hall meeting tonight, where they will finally decide who the mayor is going to be, will be the incumbent that worked
Oh, that
this
would
out
be
so far.
hilarious.
And I think it probably
Oh.
is. Russ the
I would
Sus. Or will it be
need
somebody new
so
who
much-
actually wants positive growth for the people, who
I could see you doing it. Just
actually will be for the people in
Well,
the town of Otter Creek? But before we get
'cause
there tonight, and there's going
The
to be a
problem
nice
is,
plot
is
twist,
if you
I
get me
promise
to a
you,
town
the
hall,
very first
that
thing we've got to
usually
do
means
is
you
look
have
at this
pushed me to the
evidence again
point
on
where
Mary. Is this assault?
my
Is this
natural
battery? What's the
inclination to like be left the hell alone has been overrun. And it's like what we talked about with introverts. I am there. I am going to cut you down. I know everything. I've talked to your mother-in-law, like of the last 3 wives of yours.
yep.
Like, you don't want to push me to where I go to a town meeting, because I'm like, I'm going to say, okay, we got Forrest Gump over here, and, and I will simply just have a diss track while you guys do stuff.
Yeah. It's people don't understand. It's like Jeremy has so much restraint. After all he's put up with, I would have been in jail. Exactly. And that is the thing. There has been quite a bit of restraint. And I mean to a little bit of Jeremy's fault is because he's challenging them. And that's something that people of authority don't tend to like. They don't like being challenged. Whenever they're in a position of being a city council, that is the last thing they want to hear is somebody saying, listen, what you're doing is wrong. And that's the last thing they want to hear, because they think that basically it doesn't apply to them, that they are your overlords. They are, don't blame me. I just collect the taxes. It's like,
It's
well,
never
no.
anyone. It's a nebulous they that are doing everything, and it's a nameless nebulous they.
Yeah.
I mean, you get it everywhere, and unfortunately, he was the one who came in with clear eyes and said, "Wait a minute, why is all of this going this way?" So just
Exactly.
asking questions can put you on someone's ish list.
Yeah, really quick, because they don't have any answers, because no offense meant towards this, but they're idiots, and they're underqualified to do any sort of job, because it is a paying job and they see it as a paycheck. They are, and also to their credit, they are doing a lot of stuff that you probably don't know or don't see about. So to a lot of Mary's credit, there's probably a lot of other things that she's having to deal with inside the city, dealing with, Jeremy is just another one of those things. And more than likely, she just got very comfortable. She had her system down. This is how she would do it. She would, it's sort of like me streaming. I get up on Monday. I start my morning stream. I do work throughout the day. Then I do an evening stream, and then I go to sleep. And it's sort of a wash, rinse, repeat. And if you throw a wrench into that, it tends to disrupt everything. And all of a sudden you're just like, wait, what? I'm a little confused. The only problem is Mary at her age, she wasn't able to adapt to someone like Jeremy coming in saying, no, we're not working on your schedule. You work for us. You were hired by us, the residents, to do a job, and you're not doing your job. You've sort of you've gotten very comfortable in your position, no different than Russ the sus. They've gotten in their position, and he's calling it out. And that is sort of a fault that he has. It's not that it's a bad fault. It's a fault that a lot of people should have. But that's, it comes across to a lot of people as being brash or inconsiderate, but you're only seeing a portion of it where he's sort of fed up. Like, listen, you said you were going to get this done. You have failed to perform on this. If he was, it's like him running a business. Whenever he's doing something, he says, I need this done, this done, this done, this done. Yeah. And one of his employees doesn't do it.
He's used to people actually, when they're in a job, doing it.
Right.
And I think he's not used to, and I'm only born just south of the Mason-Dixon line, but he is not used to kind of fixing to time.
Yeah.
Like, we're fixing to do that. I mean, he is just not understanding that there is a fixing to kind of time, and maybe not an attention to detail that he's used to.
Right. And you're going to have a clash. You're going to have a clash, and it happens, except, he's in the right on this. And whenever they're clashing, it's just like, come on, I don't have time for, here I am having to come down here. I'm having to do X, Y, or Z and sort of get you straightened out. And why am I having to do this? I mean, I'm doing this because I want my community to be better. I want people to be better. It's not that I'm doing this to like degrade you or insult you. There's a reason why he records all of his interactions. Like you said, there's a reason why he records these things. Is because whenever he says something, he doesn't want it to be misconstrued. It doesn't come off the wrong way. And so much of pain.
I could imagine. I mean, it has to be exhausting. I would not want to have to film my everyday life, mostly because I would look ridiculous with a selfie stick. And I am okay being eminently goofy in my own room, but out in public, I try to just be my normal weird self.
Yeah, I mean, if you followed me around for the entire day, you would be very bored really quick. Like if I put a cam like up here and just watching what I did all day, it would be just like, what is he doing? It's like, well, I'm reading like a 60-page document about some pleading. I'm spell checking it. Trust me, it's not that entertaining.
No, you would just see me looking like, has it been 2 minutes? This stair stepper is going at negative backwards time. Did we figure out how to go back in time?
$50
when you're exercising and you're like, 30 seconds, I can do anything for 30 seconds. And then the person tells you to go and you start doing, and you're like,
yeah,
it's been 84 years.
Yeah, $22.50, and then they put like a $24 or $25 late fee on top of it. It's just like,
that does sound like the math I try to sometimes float to Mr. Mo. Like it was on sale.
Yeah.
But what had happened was you get cash back in the app. So if you don't use that, then really you're wasting money. So it's like, you bought more with the money, the fake money they gave you. Well, I mean, I guess if you'd like to look at it in that light, but I was trying to make smart financial choices.
Audio coffee. Careful with the vape type straw. They have heavy metals in them, which can exacerbate pain, especially near respiratory areas. No CBD other ways. Well,
Yeah,
and
I actually
will,
have
I will,
other ways, but
I will
this
also
is nicotine.
I will also say that whenever people do a little more research on this, and I'm just saying do a little more research on this. The study that was created that shows the heavy metals getting injected into your body was conducted by a company that gets their money from the same company that does the nicotine patch and nicotine gum. Was it Kaiser? Not Kaiser Permanente, but Smith GlaxoSmithKline.
Glaxokine.
Okay, so the people that did this study, and the way that they did the study is they cranked those things up as high as and hot as they could get them, so they would burn like formaldehyde, and they would release all of those heavy metals back into it. Just saying, the people that did the study are not common people that would be vaping or the way that you vape.
Yeah, it is a vice. I am working on leaving it. I'm probably the only, my person age that just took it up. But to be fair, look, 6 children, kind of dealing with stuff, it'll get done.
Oh yeah, and I've been vaping for the past 10 years. I quit smoking, and I guarantee you, my breathing has increased. My lung capacity has increased. I don't have hacking fits. I don't have a problem with phlegm anymore, and I get the nicotine that I need. But not promoting it. I'm just saying that the company, because I did research on this, because my wife was just like, "Oh my God, the poisons, blah blah blah." I was like, "All right." I was like, "Where are you getting this stuff from?" And so she sent me the article, and whenever I researched the article, come to find out that they were paid by GlaxoSmithKline, and the people that they were asking, they went to like a vape shop to get these things, and they're just like, whatever you do, don't crank these things up to 100%, because if you do, you'll burn your chest out. Like it will literally torture you, because you just sent flames down your throat. It's like taking a lighter and then sucking on a lighter. It's like that level of heat. It is hot, 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 and you're not supposed to do that. They only have those things that are set up like that to run really hot like that. Usually they've got it's like a little piece in there, the little coil. It'll actually light up the vapor, and then they turn it off, and then they inhale it. It's not that they sit there and they hit it like you would a vape pen. They're just a multi-purpose use, but people don't understand this, and yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, look, it's not a good thing. It's not something I'm telling my mother. So if any of you see her, you didn't see me.
You didn't see. No, vape's
You
bad.
didn't see nothing.
Smoking is horrible. Don't ingest any of these. It's bad. Drugs, okay. Don't do them. Bad stuff. Vapes, do not promote them whatsoever.
No.
Actually, Mary missed every deadline to apply for grants that would have meant big bucks for the town. That all comes out later. Ooh.
Look,
Levy County Sheriff going to say as I attempt to find.
Go ahead.
oh
Sorry.
Lord. So Mary seems like maybe she's grown out of her
Incompetent.
job.
Mhm.
Well, maybe when it was smaller, when there were only like 4 or 5 people, she was able to keep up with it.
Or had
And
a
then-
staff. Or had a
Yeah.
staff.
But now her office makes me want to run away and join the circus. I can't with her office.
Yeah, especially, and a lot of that stuff she could have digitized. Like a lot of the documentation could have been digitized, but I don't think she was very computer literate to know how to transfer that stuff over. And that does happen. We're dealing with a specific county right now that we used to be able to file in 2 different systems, Peach Court and Odyssey, but they eliminated one of them because they weren't entering the information in. And so you would file something, and 6 months later, they would finally pull it and actually enter it in there. And you're just like, what are you guys doing? It was because of COVID.
How long
You
is
realize
that
that
gonna
that
be an
happened in
excuse for?
2020 and you had issues in 21. Here we are in 2024 and you still, no, we still haven't worked through the backlog because of all this. It's just like, well, what in the hell have you guys been doing? Like most places have worked through their backlog and they're advancing. Well, we've had people leave. It's just like, well, maybe if you guys weren't assholes, they wouldn't leave.
Yeah. I don't know how people work in offices. I can deal with children being children, but adults who act like children, I have a very low tolerance for. And I don't do well when I've told you how to do something like 2-3 times and then you're still confused.
Yeah. Yeah. You started smoking at 16. I started smoking at about 13, and I started actively smoking at about 15, like constantly, like going through, like where you go, oh, I went through 2 packs today kind of thing. And that was up until, was it 98? And I quit for a period of time and then was out drinking and started smoking again. And then whenever I met my wife, she quit smoking and like harassed me for a while, and then I quit smoking. And whenever I quit smoking, I ended up doing, I think did the gum or the patch, or probably combination of both, which gives you really messed up dreams, of course, which were really cool because they're very vivid dreams. Like I had some really cool dreams. They were weird, scary all at the same
Shazzy,
time.
why does everything go back to like, and everything was psychedelic?
It was. And then what I did is because just like, well, I enjoy the smoking portion of it. So I went back to smoking again. And whenever I started working at a dealership, somebody had one of those little vape things. And I was like, what the hell is that? And he was just like, oh, it's just like a vape thing. And I was just like, okay. Like, as compared to smoking a cigarette? No, he's like, this is my douche flute. I was like, that's funny. That's funny. He goes, because only a douche.
I called him that.
Yeah, he goes, only a douche is going to use one of these damn things. So, we joked about it. And I went out and got one. And I don't like the blueberry and all the weird, it tastes like
It's snozberry.
Yeah, I'm just like, just give me something that tastes nice and smooth and calm, and so I found something that's like what is it, caramel, tobacco, and it's smooth, easy to tolerate. I just can't do like the fruity flavors. I was like, these are weird. Like you should be inhaling like blueberries. Oh my God, I could never afford the price. Oh, the amount of, we roll our own, it costs us $50 for 6 cartons. Okay.
Holy fazolies.
Let's put it this way. For $69, sorry, $120, I can have enough vape juice to last me a year.
Yeah, that's it. Look, everyone has a vice.
Yeah.
It is what it is right now.
And quit. Please do. Please quit.
Yes.
Whatever it is that you're doing, your vices, they're bad, they're horrible, and don't do them. I don't condone them.
As Styx says, drop a vice, gain a skill. I'm working on gaining a skill, which is walking again. And I'll drop that vice when I good and darn well feel like it.
Mm-hmm. Damn it. Right.
File charges. 1 month ago, when I went to the Otter Creek town hall to pay my water bill, Mary Mathescary actually called the Levy County Sheriff. And this is what they had to say as they came in on the situation.
Hi, gentlemen. I'm trying to pay my bill. City clerk won't break down the bill instruction for me. So I'm continuing to try and pay my water bill.
You look dorky.
Okay. This is the 3rd time I've been in Otter Creek in a row where the sheriff has been called, which is a complete and total misuse of county funds.
Yes.
It's bra straps and deeply uncomfortable in polyester. I think I've almost got my license to
You do.
Why don't you
to
submit your
cop
grievance in writing
in Levy
instead of
County.
doing.
Nobody put hands on anybody else? Nope. Nope. Nobody touched anybody. All right, we're out. We'll see you. Hey, thanks. Deputies asked, did anybody touch anybody on purpose because of Florida statutes? Coming from the Florida Senate says this: an assault is an intentional, unlawful threat by word or act to do violence to the person of another, coupled with an apparent ability to do so. So you have to be able to actually act out on the threats that you make or the things that you say, and doing some act which creates a well-founded fear in another person where violence is imminent. Okay, so in other words, this, okay? If I were to go, hey, Mary assaulted me, they're gonna go, okay, number one, she doesn't have the ability because she's in her own words, elderly woman, right? And they're also gonna go, Jeremy, we're no fool, we know you're not afraid. She can't even fear into you or out of you. So based on the law, is Jeremy really afraid? They're gonna go, listen, Jeremy's not afraid, and they're gonna go, this is an assault. But we have what's called battery. And I'm not talking about a Duracell or an Energizer.
Oh,
battery
on.
in Florida statute
Duracell.
784.03 establishes that a person commits battery if he or she touches.
I love
That's
that.
all it takes. Touches
Biggest
or
advice I could be a
strikes
very
another
mean bitch.
person without their
I love
consent.
it.
I never gave Mary consent to touch me at all. Harming a person to intentionally cause them bodily harm is also considered battery. The crime is classified as
Oh,
first
sorry to
degree
hear
misdemeanor.
that.
The reality is this: I never ever gave Mary consent to touch me. Mary took both hands, pushed me out of an office that I've been in many times before and that everybody else in this town has been in. Let's look at it in slow-mo now.
Hey, I like great value. Okay, the music.
If you've seen any episodes of What the Hale's in Otter Creek, which we have a full playlist that explains
Yes, they do.
everything that's happened to us and explains everything they've done to us and why we're in this battle with them, then you know I've been in Mary's office. And you know Mary's office is a complete and total mess, disaster.
I do not want to be filmed, and I do not want to be posted.
That was from 2021 when I told her, do the right thing and no one will ever see you on YouTube. She didn't take my advice. As a matter of fact, she did the exact opposite.
And I'm not trying to be difficult. Please, please, please understand. I am not trying to be difficult. I am a person that does not like confrontation in the first place. But if I get pushed, I'm going to shove back if something's not right. And so I'm not trying to be confrontational. I just want it done right. That's it.
Well,
That's it.
And you should be treated just like everyone else is.
Again, 2021, when this all started, and Mary started just pulling numbers out of the air and charging me because, oh yeah, that's right. Yesterday, she called me an outsider. Watch this.
I want to be very clear. Nobody send Otter Creek money on my behalf. You're not helping me. You're not helping anybody by doing such things.
Well, you're the only one that's soliciting help from outsiders.
$25.
Here we go again. Outsiders and insiders. I thought all people were just people. I thought we all had the same blood running through our veins. I've been in the office many, many more times. You know, such as this time.
That's
What
what you
it
charge.
costs.
That would be income. The cost,
the
the
cost-
cost
the
I
cost-
incurred. I paid for it. Me increasing to a 2-inch meter
You requested a 2-inch meter.
does what to water coming into my
It
property?
gives you twice as much water coming in.
And it costs
available.
and it costs the town what?
And-
But this really isn't about being in a public office in a public building with a public employee where I've been all the time before, and so is everybody else here in the town. Okay, anybody and everybody's been allowed in there. It all has to do with the aspect of battery. And if
Funeral
I
march,
did what Mary
yes.
did to me, I want to be very clear on this. If I did what Mary did to me, this is what I would be in right now: a brick building with bars.
hell's
If
outta
I
here.
did what she did, brick building with bars. And some of you may be thinking, man, Jeremy, that's really petty. How dare you? How dare she? How dare she place her hands on me, knowing what she knows, and then claiming she's scared with the sheriff when she gets packages, when she gets phone calls. Mary's not scared. She placed her hands and shoved and pushed me. So after further counsel with my legal team, I am going to press charges. So I'm calling the Levy County Sheriff right now.
That's so awesome.
Now, I don't do anything without consulting my legal team.
Jim is
first.
not a nice
So you may be
person. I am
thinking,
with you on that,
why didn't you
Rosalind.
call the sheriff immediately?
So much.
I don't do anything without
Yeah, I
consulting
mean, you
my
don't
legal
even
team
get like
first.
Yeah, you
to
don't. You
hear
don't.
the fat or the calories scream as you work them out. You,
No,
I mean,
and
I
then
would
you
be
look at,
motivated.
and you're just like, you're like, wait a second. I am like, I feel like I have dumped like all of this blood, energy, and thrown up, and you're saying I only burned 100 calories.
Like that's not even
It's
a
like-
full Snickers, damn it.
It's like what happened with what's her name, Teague, that would do that? This is a calorie. 1, 2. So I could just sit here and burn calories all day. I should be able to do this 100 times and burn 100 calories. And you're telling me that I didn't even burn that, and I just was on the treadmill for like, 6
Yeah.
6 hours. What's wrong with you people?
How long do I have to plank before it becomes like a crime against humanity? Because seriously, I think that needs to go on the Geneva Convention.
There you go. Grew up in a family of smokers. Dad smoked so much that when he made fried eggs, he put so much pepper on them, they were black on top. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, hugs, audio coffee. That's hard to watch. I'm working quitting 6, so grands have me longer than they had my nano. Yeah. And I mean, that is the thing. It's like the incentive, unfortunately, comes later in life. Whenever you look back and you're like, damn it. And this is the thing with the youngsters coming up behind you, is because they go, but grandpa, you smoked for like 50 years and you're still alive. And it's just like, yes, but I'm 60. Like, and I look like I'm 80 and I feel like I'm 90. And I don't want the same thing happening to you. And they're just like, no, but you're fine, grandpa. You're just fine.
I know. That's why I can no longer watch late night TV, because I will buy all of Chuck Norris's products. He's like, I'm 85 and I feel like I'm 24. And I'm like, I'm not that age and I feel like I'm 912. So how much is this total body gym sled thing?
Yes. Will it make me look like Chuck Norris, please?
Does Chuck Norris come with the sled thing? I just need to ask for. And Christy
For my
Brinkley's
husband.
there just, doing. I'm like, you all really suck.
Yes. Yeah.
It's always as you're eating like a big piece of pie or something at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. That's exactly when it happens too. You're just like,
So, see what happens here. Yes, I would like to press charges on an individual married a group in Otter Creek Town Hall yesterday. She pushed her hands on me and pushed me out of the building. If you could have a deputy come out or what's the process of pressing charges with the sheriff?
What is the address to where the incident took place?
That would be at the Town Hall building in Otter Creek.
See if I can find that address. Bear with me here for
Yep.
a second.
I do have video of the incident.
when
as
the
well.
start running makes you fat.
That maths.
That maths. Well, and one thing you can always put this in, keep this in your mind. Muscle weighs more than fat. Okay. So more muscle. And there's sort of this equilibrium you have. It's sort of like whenever you're smoking a brisket, where you hit that stall.
I'm gonna get
Okay.
a smoke ring, is what you're telling me. I'm gonna go so fast on my mini stepper.
No, I'm just saying what'll happen is you'll hit a stall, you'll hit a spot where where you're actually building muscle, but it doesn't feel like you're building muscle. And you'll hit this spot where you go from being fluffy to you now have muscle and you're fluffy. And then once you get past that point where that fat actually starts going away and the muscle starts showing, you're not losing weight, but you're actually gaining muscle, and you'll go, that's what it is. But a lot of people get discouraged at that point and they stop. Don't stop at that point. That's whenever you push through. It's just like smoking a brisket. You get past that stall and you end up with like this nice tender meat that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, Chandler Halderson. Like, if you put a wreck of dad in the green egg and smoke for 5, set and forget.
8 hours. It'd be
Ron
8
Popeil.
hours.
It's the Ron Popeil data later. Set it and forget it.
You're 62 years old and don't care if you're fluffy. Well, and see, that's the thing. If I can walk faster than a mobility scooter, well, and there's nothing wrong with this, and that's this is the thing where I think people get all screwed up. It's like, if you're comfortable in your body, be comfortable in your body. If you're overweight and you're comfortable in it, then somebody coming up to you and going, "Hey, fat ass, move out of the way." You should have no being like, "Yeah, okay, I'm fat." And what's your point? I mean, if you want, come on there, because I'm feeling a little hungry right now, and you look like a good chicken wing. I mean, I just might throw a little bit of, lemon pepper on you and throw you in my throw you in my trunk for a couple of days until you're good and like grilled.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Dr. Now would just kindly come to my house and be like, that not even protein. You could lose like 40 pounds a month. Why you eat so much? Just if I could have Dr. Now behind me as a guardian at Snackum, I think I'd be great. But until Dr. Now comes to live at my house.
I love it. I love it. I'm 63 and I can fly with my bat wings. I was skinny till about 54 and the thing started to spread, and I ain't trying to get anyone to look anymore. Yeah, I mean, you know, wait, what is happening?
Like, wait, it's a Shizzy and Mo show. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We just
vaguely touch upon whatever we're supposed to be watching and meander the rest of the time.
Exactly. We just like poking fun at each other. We're having a good time.
Okay, what is your name?
My name is Jeremy Hales, Hales.
And a phone number for you?
330.
Yeah, he cut that part out.
Did this to you?
Mary DeGroot. She's the clerk of the town hall. So I went in to pay my water bill.
So good to see you legally live.
And then she placed both hands on me.
T-Bone.
Yeah, and I like your new logo.
Yes, that is a very cool new logo, Legally Live. I really like that. That's pretty awesome.
Okay, what happened?
So I went in to pay my water bill, and I followed her into her office like I always have. She got up, she placed her hands on me, pushed me out of the office, closed the door. So I'd like to, at a minimum, I want to file battery charges on her. I gave no consent for her to touch me.
Okay. Did she ask you not to follow her into her office?
No, she did not. Despite that, it's a public building, so really, it honestly wouldn't matter anyway. And I've been in that office many, many times before paying my bill.
Okay. All right, I'll have an officer make contact with you. It'll come from a blocked or restricted number.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks for your help. Bye-bye. All right, now we wait for a deputy. I have mixed feelings about having the deputies involved in this, but this is the way our world works. It works based off of a system of order. The deputies are here to serve and protect, and it works off of a system of law. And if the laws are being broken, there's systems in place to make sure that there's accountability. And that's the biggest thing right now.
Probably.
Making sure those in the leadership or those in employment
did.
positions in Otter Creek are held accountable for what they're doing and what they're saying. Keep in mind, if Mary would have called the sheriff and said, hey, Jeremy put his hands on me, even without video evidence, I would have spent the night in jail. Me, personally, I would have spent the night in jail just based off what she said. I have video evidence of what she actually did to me. Sean, can you ask Travis to come up? So, fellas, we I talked to you, right?
Yeah.
All right. So just so you're not thrown off, I do YouTube my life. So I know you guys know. So when I went to town hall yesterday to pay my bill, she did push me, and I'll go ahead. I'm gonna show you last month. You were at town hall meeting? Wait, oh, with the three, when Russell called the three sheriff. Okay. Deanna, you can go over there or wherever. So basically, I'm gonna show you last month where these guys came in when she called the sheriff. Gentlemen, I'm trying to pay my bill. City clerk won't break down the bill instruction for me. That's not me. So continue. You got a twin? Come on. All right, you're better looking. Okay.
I agree.
Okay. So this is last month. What about yesterday? I'm going to show you. Because it's important what he says.
Is that Miss Mary?
That's Mary DeGroot, yes. So then.
Why don't you submit your grievance in writing instead of doing?
Nobody put hands on anybody else? Nope. Nobody touched anybody. All right. Last month, nobody touched anybody. Perfect. This month, this is yesterday. I don't know how much, but I would like you to do an itemized bill for me.
This is yesterday?
This is yesterday. This is comparison. This is yesterday.
Is this edited in any way?
This is condensed to where she pushes me, but the entire video is on YouTube.
Okay.
Since you came in here, I'm out there. Now I've been in here 100 times before. You don't have that option, Mary. You're a public official.
Okay, I will make you a bill.
Okay, I want to
She's
be
pushing
very
me.
clear. She's kicking me out.
Both hands are on me.
This is
She just took her hand off of me there. She had a hand on my back and a hand on my arm.
Be very clear.
I
I gave her no consent.
Servant has just kicked me out of the public
Did she usually have an open door policy like that?
Always. So I have probably, I'm going to say I have probably 4 videos on YouTube already where I've been in that office for over a half an hour paying my bill.
Okay.
Everybody has been in that office, and this is the first time I've ever been touched by Mary, or that there's an aspect of I'm not allowed in the office, which it's obviously a public office.
See, I need to get Legally Live to come hang out.
Oh yeah.
Are you up for coming hanging out for a little bit there, Legally Live? If you're interested, I'll send you an invite. Just give me a thumbs up in the chat and I'll send you one.
Travis Willis was filming me yesterday, so he's one of the witnesses that was there. Norma was the other person. I don't know Norma's last name. I don't know if she was watching it, but Travis was there and saw her push me. Okay. So that's
You can get that video to me and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it's on YouTube. I can get it to you. I can give you just the clip if you just need the clip of where she's touching me.
Basically, just right prior to that and then leading up to that is what I'm gonna
So I can, if you can get me
email. Yeah.
Yeah. So
What do you think should happen? I mean, obviously she's touching you it's without your consent.
yes.
But
so I want to press charges for
you do.
battery.
You think
Absolutely.
you think she should go to jail?
Absolutely. 100%. And that's the end goal. So number one, I want to say, when you called me, first of all, thanks for not turning this into a joke.
Mhm.
And I don't want to be belittled that this is an elderly woman that did this. If I would have done this yesterday, if she would
No,
have
you
called
got time.
Just asking what you're paying.
If she would have called you and would have said, Jeremy touched me, I would have spent the night in jail last night. The law is the law is the law for everybody. And so, yes, absolutely. She should be held accountable to the law.
Yeah, we'll be here for a little
If you
bit.
have not watched any of my videos, you have no idea what.
And I'll just say, Legally Live, you take your time, and even if we're not going live, we'll probably be in the back room for a little bit. So you come hang out, and don't you stress it. You got the link. You're absolutely fine.
What these people have done to me, and I'm sick and tired of it. And so I'm at a point of keeping them accountable to everything. So yes, absolutely, I think she should go to jail.
All right, let me get you my card. I'll put my email on there for you.
And I want to be clear, if I would have done it to her, I think I would have went to jail, and I think I should have went to jail. That's why I think she should go to jail.
Why don't you call us?
Sweet.
Because I got legal representation first. I talked to my legal team first. Before I make any decisions, I talk to my legal team.
Okay.
Smart.
Were you harmed?
No, I was not harmed.
Okay. I'm just
Well, and this is this is the thing, is because whenever you start like messing with people in a certain way, and Jeremy, just being in the position that he's been in, just doing the storage container units and things like that, he's had to get attorneys, because I guarantee you probably don't see this, but I guarantee you there's people that want to fight him going in and rummaging through all of their stuff and personal belongings and things like that. And he's probably gone through a lot of legal battles having to deal with that stuff.
Oh yeah.
And at some point you're just like, you know what, just to protect myself, this is what I'm going to do. And this is, I would venture to say that Jeremy probably knows about the law where he's at more than a lot of the attorneys that he's had represent him, because in the specific kind of area that he has to deal with stuff, there's fine things, and a lot of lawyers get really self-conscious about this kind of thing. I know that my wife does. So it's just like, unless you're in a very niche kind of lawyering, and what I mean is, you'll have like my wife, she's a dirt attorney, and she knows how that works in dirt. Now, if you asked her to handle a criminal case, she would be like, this is not my thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I could wing my way through it. If you were a defense attorney, you're going to look at the law a different way than you would if you were a prosecuting attorney. You'd also look at different as far as civil or criminal. There's different aspects to it. And some of those things don't cross over. I mean, some of the basic rules of conduct cross over, but like I said, I guarantee you, he knows a hell of a lot more about the law than he lets on. And
he probably has to just to work with real estate, you have to be very smart, and he's dealing with buying, land from obviously a family.
Contracts.
So if there's one person that, says, hey, I don't want to do this, he probably has to deal with how to, finagle that legal ways.
Yeah. without getting screwed. I mean,
Well, yeah.
contracts, all that kind of, like I said, there's like he probably didn't understand about the way that battery works because it doesn't work the same way in every state. You know, he, like I said, he knows more than people let on, that he probably lets on. And that is self-protection. You have to.
I did not give
eyes
her,
crossing the T's.
absolutely. I did not give her consent to touch me though.
Understood.
So
So obviously from the video, it definitely looks like she's touching you. but
Absolutely. Two
How,
hands.
like was it both her hands?
Yes.
On your back?
Can I use you as
Sure,
an example?
why not?
So I did not fight against her.
Yeah, ask for
One hand
permission.
Here, one hand here.
Okay.
I didn't fight against her. I
He
went
did.
out,
He asked for
took this one off and
consent.
this one off.
Okay.
Yes.
I did not give her consent to touch
Did
me.
she like squeeze you at any point, or was it like open palm?
She was just like I just did.
Okay.
So I'll show.
Well, I mean, I would have liked if she would have squeezed me. I would have turned around for that.
Like, my butt is down here, ma'am.
Like, what are you doing? I mean, this is creepy. It's like, you know,
Look,
I like
I'm
it a little
classy.
more whenever.
Buy me a drink first.
Yeah.
So she pushed.
Is
pushed
anyone
me
else
here, pushed
weirded
me
out
here.
that
It
the
was
My back.
one
more
cop's
like a
hat
touch.
is completely a
What would you
different
say?
green
Guided
color
touch?
than his
Yeah,
outfit?
It's,
Yeah, she's pushing.
it's
She's-
obviously it's an unwanted touch. But
Well, you know, it was on sale.
To be fair, he probably hasn't used the hat in a while, so it's like brand new out the jump, and then the outfit's been washed a bunch. So that's the color it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
it's more
She was
like
pushing me.
okay.
I wouldn't call it
Yeah.
a guide. I would call it a push.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't push back on her. Like if you were to push me, I didn't do this.
Right.
Yes.
So I went with the push.
Well, and there's a reason why he does try to protect the identity of the owners of the storage units, because that can become a serious legal issue. It's Levy County. Yeah, it's Levy County. He did seek some college classes. Oh, and he also, if I'm not mistaken, he was a firearms instructor at some point also, which is
Oh, wow.
pretty damn impressive. Yeah. So, I mean, I will say this. I,
think
really
that's
miss
something
the
we
Happy
should
Jeremy.
tell kids more, that, you know, you might find a job you really like right off the get-go, and you can be in that kind of work for forever.
Yeah.
But, you know, letting kids know that it's okay to, you know, maybe have I'm working right here right now, but I'm exploring this, you know, just because you have to change fields or anything like that, it's not a failure. It's just what happens. No one in life is going to work at the factory anymore, most likely, for 40 years and retire from the same factory.
Unless they're happy with it.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the thing. It's like there's here, and I guess the best description of it, one of my friends worked for a well-known company that does something with trucks. Okay. And he was a manager of this company. And at some point he found an opening in a mechanic slot. And he went from being a manager, you know, managing his particular place, to being a mechanic for a particular area. And it wasn't that he was making any extra money, but he didn't have to deal with people. He didn't have to deal with bitchy customers. He didn't have to deal with running a crew. All he had to do was fix the equipment as it broke down, replace the vehicles as they broke down, and that's it. And he ended up, and I, you know, this was somebody that I gamed with, and you could tell the difference in his attitude, because normally he would get on, he'd be just like he would play because he'd be so angry, and it was a way for him getting the aggression out.
Yeah.
And then once he started in the mechanic's position, he was just like, oh man, you know, these people are idiots. They come in, they bring me this stuff. And he goes, I just cleaned out this whole shop and I got all this stuff straightened out and I've got it all organized. It looks really nice now. He goes, and I had to go into Louisville and I had to do this, and, you know, and he's like really excited about his day. Like, cause he doesn't know what's going to happen. Whenever he was a manager, he knew what was going to happen. It was almost like this lateral movement, but you could tell his attitude of he enjoyed what he was doing. And that's something that that a lot of people miss out on whenever they're working. They're just like, well, I've got to do this because, you know, I went to, you know, I did college for 4 years and now I've got like this degree and I, you know, if I'm not using my degree, then I'm just failing. It's like, no, if you're not happy, then you're failing. If you're coming home and you feel the need to like slap your wife because you're so angry at work, then stop and go, hey, you know, maybe something's wrong here with the situation I've put myself in and the stress is not worth it. You know, why don't I look for something that I'm more happy doing? You know, it's like, would I be happy like building, you know, little train cars and selling them on eBay or doing storage units, like going and exploring storage units and
Yeah, and sometimes your body changes or what have you.
yeah.
It is interesting, and I wish we would tell kids this more because we expect them to, by 17, have some kind of idea of what they want to do, invest, you know, crap tons of money in this idea, and then, you know,
And then
realize,
they end
hey,
up being a waitress at a bar or something, you know.
well, you realize, hey, I shouldn't probably pick nursing because I faint at the sight of blood.
Yeah, those kinds of things.
Yeah, surgical tech. That's what I was going for. To hand the surgeon his stuff. I'm glad I figured out me and blood. No.
No.
Nope, we're good.
Yeah. Guidance is always, and that's the problem. I think there's a reason we had guidance counselors in high school, is to sort of guide you into the path of your interests. And the problem is because the guidance counselors, it became more of like, oh, you have to have a degree in sociology or psychology or some crap like this, that they're not providing good guidance because the guidance is predetermined on their view and outlook on life. Like the best guidance I got was from a drug counselor that was just like, why don't you go in the military? And because your situation that you're in is not good. And you know, you've got 6 years that you're going to have to be dedicated to doing this, because it's going to suck. It's not going to be fun, but you work your way through it and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And whenever it's all said and done, you're going to come out with some sort of skill and probably a better idea of what you want to be doing with your life. And I ended up becoming a mechanic anyway for multiple years, many years.
That and yeah, if I ran the world, everyone would have to do a year of service to their community. You don't have to, I mean, it would be in something that you know, want to maybe pursue, and you're not locked into it, but you definitely have to dedicate at least a year into being, you know, at least a part of with your community and take pride in something.
Yeah. I like his shirt though. It says straight out of Otter Creek.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna get you my
Like
I
card.
love
straight
how
out
they
of
just have
contact.
like Florida man just back in the background, just hanging
How large
out.
of a file?
Oh, yeah.
You get in your email.
You know, I'm not sure, but we'll try and send it.
That's actually one of the people that the guy that came out and cut his trees and stuff like that
Oh,
actually
okay.
works for him. But he is total
That
Florida
makes more
man.
sense. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's good people.
he's acclimated well. He really has taken the whole spirit in.
Because I can always swing
Yes.
it down to you guys. Again, I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to be bothersome to these individuals, okay? But at the same time, they keep coming at me and coming at me and coming at me, and I'm not okay with it. I'm not okay with what they've done to me. I'm not
Obviously, I have to
okay.
go, make contact with her and do my due diligence, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And see what she has to say about it, and then get all her info, and then go from there.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
We have, he's gonna bring a card back in, but we'll make sure we have all your contact information.
Yeah, you got mine.
Give it a
Yeah,
little bit of
see?
think. We'll be
Right there.
All right.
Tell me in your own words what happened and your name there, and I'll fill out the case.
Do you need this for?
Just for the prosecution side of it, going
Okay.
forward, like exactly written down what
Well, you
happened.
said I don't have
What
to.
you
fill it
doing,
out.
You don't
Willis?
absolutely have to fill it out because everything's audio recorded.
You already got it on your.
So, I
okay.
mean, that's just basically if you just
Okay.
wanted to be super diligent.
Ooh,
Okay.
he's got a
And I'm pretty
cross
sure
draw
legal team's gonna
carry.
tell me to do this. You wanna
Interesting.
wait for this, or should I just swing
I
it
can
by?
wait, yeah, I can wait for it.
Okay.
Those can be
And then
dangerous.
video clip.
I think his cross draw is on a taser, but
You know, right down, right down.
Is that the tape?
I can write it down.
This is
I
why
think
I'm
he
not a
was a-
cop, because I'm like, which one's the taser?
That looks like it could be a taser. He has too many utilities on his utility belt.
Yeah, he has more shit than Batman. What the hell, Archer?
I mean, okay.
Is that like 17 clips and a
He's got a clip here, a clip here. He's got maybe a clip here.
I think that's a grenade.
This looks like this might be a taser. He's got maybe something there, maybe a radio or something.
pack
There's
of gummy
something
bears.
here. He's got his radio up here. He's got a flashlight up here. It's daytime,
His
for God's
tactive
sakes.
vest is
He's got his cell phone here. He's got something over here. He's got keys. He's got a knife. Maybe he's wearing
he's
a
got-
belt. It's like,
How many
dude,
taser.
I don't know. Like, no.
He is ready. He has seen Florida Man in action. Let's be real. This man has seen full on, final form Florida Man. He's like, I need everything on my tactive vest.
Yeah, not me. No. If and it looks like he has another weapon right
Does he
here
have a
too.
samurai sword down the back, like a full back sheath? Just
No,
as we're.
I think he swallows the sword and he just pulls it out in times of need.
Good Lord. It looks like he has a pair of gloves growing out of his butt.
But he does. He does.
Of course. Why not?
That's easier to grab, like right here for you, sweetheart.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, I'll get that to you. So you were in there. So let's go back. So this happened yesterday.
Yes,
Just
this was
confirm.
yesterday.
I think you said around 11 o'clock. You went in there to try to take care of a water bill,
Yep.
right? So you're sitting there at the they will have a
So-
little desk set up, right?
So they do have tables and desk in there now. It's not always been that way. I don't know what they're doing, but yes. So I've
Too many
every month I have to go
things
in there
going on
to
here.
itemize my bill. So if you don't know what's going on with the town and me, the town is overcharging me and stealing from me. They're being sued for that. As a matter of fact, they're actually being served tonight at the town hall meeting.
Okay.
You may be at the town hall meeting for all I know, but they're being served tonight for one lawsuit against me. Okay? So I have to go in there and ask them to itemize everything and break it down, which she always refuses to do. Again and
Protection,
again
big
and again.
To be
protection.
fair,
And I go, what am I
True.
charging? What are they
the
actually?
swamp
And
the
so
the
this
swamp
is the exact
ape
same thing
is
that I did last month,
is
where I
a
showed you the
scary
clip
thing.
Where the officer
It
said, anybody
is.
touch each other? Nope.
Or
we're outta here.
cousin Cletus without
last
a
month,
shirt
nobody touched
on.
each other. This
Okay.
month, she touched me. Okay. And so it's the exact same thing. I'm trying to pay my bill.
So you were kind of like at the table, and then at some point you went in there to
Yeah, which is normal. I've been in there a million times.
right to have that
Yeah.
conversation
Yeah.
with her about it. And
So-
she basically, I guess, what I'm getting at is from past encounters with her, she really didn't
Love
want
it.
to. It seemed like she didn't want to. She was in her office away from you, right?
In regards to
Like she didn't want to deal with the matter at hand, or was it? I mean, how was that conversation going?
we've been in the office. I mean, total. I've been in that office with her. Total. I mean, there's probably 3 or 4 or 5 even different videos of me in that office.
I'm just saying from yesterday, like you.
From
walked-
yesterday, she pushed me out.
I understand.
Yeah.
You walk in, you're like at the table for I don't know how long or whatever, right?
It was very momentarily.
Okay, so then that.
Because I followed her to get the billing.
Okay, so you followed.
I was
her.
just following her. I thought she was sitting at the table. I went, oh, I guess we're going over here.
Okay,
And then
so
she
you-
came in and she pushed me.
Okay, so just prior to that, you were following her in the main building.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then at some point you were at the bigger table, and then she continued into her office.
Yes.
You kind of lost track of her. You said, "Oh, we're going to your office."
Hey, he's
Office, you
training
are
for the
down.
Murph
At
run.
that point,
Yeah.
she gets up and she wants you out of her office.
Yes.
He does
Say leave,
CrossFit.
like, get out of the
He's
office
gonna
or
do the
anything?
Murph.
Let's find out. Let's find out.
Oh boy. I bet when the cop takes all that stuff off, he falls over because he got used to all that additional weight. Yes.
I mean,
I can't
I'd
give
be
it up either.
confused.
Hey, how's it going, Cynthia? It is so good to see you, retired firefighter 42. Thank you very much for your service.
Yes.
Software itemized the water bills on the computer. Mary has no idea of how to use it. Absolutely.
That's how Skynet takes over. First, you give it the water bills to calculate. then it takes over the world and tries to send Arnold Schwarzenegger back. So really,
At this point, I'd say just watch the video. So they watch the video, and we're going to skip forward here.
What address do you want to use for mailing address? Files it's too big. Do you have WhatsApp? Do you know what WhatsApp?
Do you
I don't
have
ever want to call you guys
Snapchat?
again. I don't want nothing to do with you guys. I want you guys to go take care of things that are actually important.
Yeah. Oh, Well, at this one, we're going to skip forward to the next one because this is a lot of conversation. It is sort of the backstory to the next one that we're going
Okay.
to show. So that's why I was like,
I do want to see Mary getting really, really scared. Again,
Mary
yeah,
getting scared. I don't see that happening. I don't see her getting
well,
scared.
I would imagine if the sheriffs, came to speak to me, I'd be a little nervous, but maybe she's known these boys since they were in middle school and she doesn't care if they see her or not.
Yeah, it is. Here's the thing, because of that, they end up doing there's going to be a town hall meeting that comes up. And see, this is where it starts getting a little weird. This is why I'm focusing a little more on these right here than I did on some of the other stuff, because these are like, it's like this progression that's happening over a period of days.
Waiting for the process server to see if he's going to be here, and then we'll direct them to Russell's home.
Yeah, so this is Russell
It's the most
canceling the
anticipated
meeting.
town hall meeting maybe in the history of Otter Creek. And my 2-inch pipe. Everybody wants to know who's going to be the new mayor. Will it be Russ the Sus, who's been the mayor before and who's stealing and is corrupt? Or will it be somebody new? And the other thing everybody wants to know, does Mary have charges? Is she going to jail? We just got here a half hour early.
Yep.
Okay, look at this. By order of the mayor, due to an emergency, the meeting of the Otter Creek Town Council scheduled for May 9th, 2023 is canceled, to be rescheduled later in the month on due and proper notice. On due and proper notice? You just got voted in on council, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you know that this meeting was?
Absolutely not.
Well, there you go. Due and proper notice. Nobody knows. Nobody knew
That's
at
the
all
new
that
mayor.
this meeting was canceled. This
Oh,
is
well,
ridiculous.
I mean,
He's
why
still
tell
on the
her?
Getting sued.
council.
The process server is going to be here any moment. That's a good question. Who does have the authority to cancel? It says by the order of the mayor.
Oh, that's what's his face? Dork in shorts. I can't remember his damn name.
I don't know.
But
I
you
just,
know, if
I'm
if
I'm
we
imagining
have,
him on the side of a ring telling Rocky, "You never had it. You never did.
but if you have
We
to have
believed
something,
in you."
if you have to have something special, this is the best thing to have that's special.
I love this shit.
Oh my gosh, why can't I can
Hey,
see
girl.
my teen boys
How you doing,
now.
T-Bone?
How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good, good, good. I'm
You know,
so
I for-
excited to see this.
Have you missed this stuff?
Have I? What do you mean?
Have you missed this?
Like, have I been missing it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I've been missing it.
Well, we've been doing this every Monday, and well, what I did was, for a period of time, I was watching quite a few of these, back to back to back to back to back, and it was like there's other things that I want to cover besides what the Hales, and this I still find so interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been really great because like 90% of the chat knows all of this stuff because they've seen
yeah.
it, and Mo and I haven't. We're just like, this is all new to us. We're just like, holy cow, like this is crazy. Like, how are they getting away with this stuff?
I
And
know.
Pretty much.
The chat
Yeah.
is so good about like filling in the details.
Oh, I know.
Right?
I know they've been just so helpful, so helpful.
I know. I'm gonna have to go back to doing some what the hell stuff. I didn't stream for like 18 days, and then the last 2 streams that I've done have not been what the hales, but before that they were like all what the hales. And I have to say, I miss it.
Well, why don't you come over here with us on Mondays, and you can hang out.
Yeah.
It's a safe space.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
a safe spot.
Is it a safe spot?
Yes,
Yeah.
because if anybody comes in here and stirring up crap, they've already been warned that they will be removed. We don't play over here.
Okay.
Because this is Monday night is what the hales. If you don't like what the hales,
Don't come.
you're free not to like what the
Yeah.
hales, and you can just go.
Come see us on Tuesday with
Exactly.
Edgecombe.
Wait, what's
Well,
that?
Not this Tuesday. This Tuesday we're going to be going over the
yes.
the jury stuff, and then we might do some of the Edgecombe after that. But yeah, it's
What jury stuff?
so we did a mock trial with Broken
Oh,
Baker.
yes.
And so we've got the jury was recorded, and we get to see their deliberation. So you get a chance to see how a jury reacts in the background and sort of how they interact with one another and their thoughts on the way that the case was presented, their thoughts on all of the witnesses, and it's quite entertaining because
Have you watched
oh,
it?
I watched part of it because it's about 45 minutes of video. I've only watched a portion of it just to make sure that I could end it at the proper time, you know. But it's pretty damn awesome. And I mean, if you got to speak of pretty damn awesome, all you have to do is just
Breaking news. Woman arrested for 1,000 stolen hearts.
It's Danielle.
Was that her? Was that her?
It's
It looked
Danielle,
like
yeah.
her.
That's Danielle.
Hi.
But that
Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Illegally live.
So legally live, I'm going to do something real quick with your audio because
Am I
you've
so
got
loud?
no, your audio is what it is you've got your echo cancellation on. I'm going to turn that off
Oh,
and
And now what?
see. Yeah, see what happens is you've got your speaker on.
wait. So what does that mean?
That means you can hear me twice.
I can't hear you twice.
You are
I
echoing.
can hear you.
Y'all can hear me twice. So what do
Yes.
I do?
Yes.
Well, I'll turn it back on, but do you have us pumping through your headphones or
Yeah,
the
Through my
or
head.
the if you took out your headphones, would you hear us?
No.
Then your audio must be just really loud in your headphones. We'll leave the echo cancellation on for now. So because I think it's feeding back through it. But no worries. You're good. You're good.
Why? What
Oh,
happened?
it's better now, I think.
But with the echo cancellation, why did you want to take it off?
Because with the echo cancellation, sometimes if somebody else is talking, it cuts your vocals off and then we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, guys.
No,
Fine. Oh,
No.
I don't know what I did.
you're still awesome.
Yeah, I never know what I'm doing.
me either.
I'm a complete moron most of the time, so don't ever feel bad. Yeah, sounds fine now. They're like echo. Yes, we
Shizzy,
know
how
it's
is your mouth feeling?
Um,
Is it still
It-
breaking open if you laugh or anything?
sometimes I have to laugh really hard, so I try to keep the humor down,
Aw.
and try to be more, stoic and depressing. Maybe
No.
I'm gonna start
How do you
wearing
do that
black.
with moping on? I can't
I'm
keep
gonna-
it together when I'm
Well,
around her.
I'm going to start wearing more black, and I'm going to put black eyeliner on, and
Oh, no.
I'll grow my hair out and dye it black also.
Better
And then I will
not.
just be like, but because Daddy didn't love me anymore.
Oh Lord,
Shizzy,
help.
if you don't dress up as the crow every Halloween, because that is the only thing you know, that comes with a
Aw.
mandatory crow outfit.
Oh God.
And hopefully not the new crow, because holy God, what is that?
There's a new crow. I gotta see this.
Yes, it's horrible.
The dude looks like Jared Leto acting camp. It's one of the Skarsgård brothers, but they wussified him. I don't know.
Like
Yeah.
what's about him? Yeah.
Well, I mean, he looks like Jared Leto playing the Joker seriously.
I mean, the
Like-
only thing about the Crow is it made Goth actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because he was all mopey and everything because he had died. He was all,
I wonder if they play any dark wave in the movie. That would make me happy.
well, probably not. Because they're
Probably not
Squeeze
this
me, please.
movie.
Mm.
Squeeze me, please. Just don't leave me. Rosalind, we'll squeeze you twice as hard now.
Like Charmin.
Oh, I hate that for you. I hate that for you. The new crow is just no. Just no. No.
Just stop. Just
Yeah,
stop. Make your own crappy stories. Stop stealing ours.
Yeah, Brandon Lee was pretty awesome.
Brandon Lee died for that movie. God dang it. Can we just leave him alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mayor, you were previous mayor. Can the mayor do that? Well, just because he did it doesn't mean he must be able to.
That's true. And there's remedies for that. Sure.
There are remedies for that, for sure.
Yeah, well, you know,
Did they at least let you know?
About an hour ago, yes.
An hour.
An hour ago, jeez.
I love his
They let you
camo
know an
shirt.
hour ago.
Yes.
Well, when do you think they decide, make that decision?
Well, Therese didn't know.
Did they at least tell you what the emergency was?
That's why I'm here. No,
They didn't even tell you what the emergency was.
I inquired and it was nebulous.
Huh.
Could it be a...
No, go ahead.
There is no emergency.
Go ahead.
So, I guess it's futile to...
He reminds me of Al from the Happy Days.
That's what it is. I don't know.
He
I
reminds
just
me, like if Al moved to Florida from the Happy Days, that's who he reminds me of.
Wait for it to open. In a case like, well, there hasn't been a case like this, so...
Yeah.
Calls for a special election.
Don's called the cops for punishment, stole his weed.
well, theft is theft. Damn it.
Yes. Don the con, such a pepper.
You know, this is maybe the second or third time it's happened here. I think...
Old Muppet in a balcony.
I mean, that's my goal in life is to become one of those old Muppets in the
I
balcony.
could understand hurricane. If there was a weather
Yeah.
emergency.
Yeah, he's just not as nice.
But it's why? That's the thing.
He just doesn't want to turn over the mayor.
The problem is they
He wants to be mayor
scared.
forever.
They scared. That's the problem.
Maybe it's like a January 6th. They don't want to install a new power.
They,
You told me.
I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, getting...
Otter
I do
Creek,
have a suggestion,
January
though.
6th. Could you see that? The motor accessibility scooters going up.
So
I will take this over. I have my walking sticks.
He pulls out his patriotic Hawaiian shirt.
maybe we should get the chief.
This is his patriotic Hawaiian shirt. What do you mean? It's just a camouflage Hawaiian shirt.
Going by the laws legal.
He's got to blend in. I love it.
Well, okay, what is that Star Wars shirt?
I don't know, but I
That
liked
is-
it actually.
It would look good on a woman.
I loved those colors.
Yeah,
I
on
know,
a woman.
So
I
Wait,
mean,
what colors?
Men can also wear
matter of
those
fact,
colors, guys.
I'm gonna show you.
It's not the
No.
80s. No, they can't.
No.
I'm firmly with Shizzy on this. We are
Oh my god.
we are against it.
All right. So I don't have any objection to
No.
it, but I'm just telling you right now. You'll see it. It'll come rolling around here.
I could understand hurricane if there was a weather
Exactly
emergency.
what I'm saying. So it's not unprecedented for this to happen.
And I don't even like Star Wars.
Why? That's the thing.
He just doesn't want to turn
What's
over the
wrong
mayor.
with you?
Oh, I've never seen it.
Star Wars is like the Great Oppression.
It's.
You've got all these little rebel bastards. They're just going against the system, and the system's just cooking right along. It's doing just fine. And then they've got all these like unionized workers. They're working on this like star base out in the middle of damn nowhere, and all these rebels come and blow the damn thing up and kill all of these workers. But oh no, they didn't finish the job. The workers, they continued to work on that.
Well, to be
big,
fair,
huge
it was the
star.
government. They made two. They just charged you more taxes.
Exactly. But I mean, they had jobs. Just think about their wives and kids that they destroyed.
Oh, I know.
Just going and blowing up their big star
Okay,
destroyer.
we have fully become the clerks and clerks now. We have just totally and
So
we've done
bad.
that shirt.
I'm
Yes.
so confused.
How the LSD kicked in.
Well, I mean, the Death Star, and why would you? who the hell didn't check the plans and say, "Oh my God, there's a fatal flaw right here"? You seem to be. I mean, the guy you hired to draw the plans up, you kind of killed his wife right in front of him.
Well, no,
Maybe
they
he's
did-
going to sabotage the hell out of you.
No, they did a good job on building the Death Star, but it's not that they created the vulnerability. That those little bastards just found it. I mean, the
Force is kind of a dick.
Well, the Force is a scam. It's a bunch of cultists. That's all it is. Ooh, we have the Force. These are not the droids you're looking for. Oh, quit that shit. You know how fast you would have gotten slapped for trying that crap on me? Be like, what do you mean droids I'm not looking for?
I tried that a lot with my mom and it never worked. So
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
just-
I am not the child you're looking for. And she's like, yeah, that doesn't work on me. I was
Yeah,
like, no. Okay, then carry powers. Dirty
carry
pillows, dirty
powers.
pillows, dirty
Dirty
pillows.
pillows.
Mom was not amused.
No, it tried though.
Well, I mean, you're getting
I do have a suggestion, though.
a shift going on. I can't explain it.
Sure. I do have a suggestion, though.
I like his
So,
Fidel hat too.
Parliamentary procedure. Chief on FFA, parliamentary procedure. is like one of the
I don't think I'm seeing the same people you guys are. The colors and the hat.
The colors behind Dawn. But Dawn does have a
Behind
hat.
Yeah. Okay.
Dawn has on a
So
hat.
Don has
He
on
has
little
all
bit-
the family of beige. He's got
Yeah.
brown beige, gray beige, tan beige.
Yeah.
beige.
I see that. Okay.
But behind him is a guy with an awesome Star Wars shirt.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a
I
guy
see.
there's a guy back here that you
We just
can't
haven't
see
gotten back
with
to
a,
him
with a
yet.
Star Wars shirt with horrible colors
Oh,
that you
okay.
shouldn't be
All right.
They're
wearing
not
as a
horrible.
man
They're super cute.
on a woman.
The law's legal.
I'm gonna agree with Shizzy.
Mm.
He stole his girlfriend's
All right,
shirt.
there
I
you
like
go.
it.
There's his shirt
Oh.
on a woman. This is fine. On a man.
Okay.
Okay.
On Henry Cavill, we can all agree we do him, but this man is not Henry Cavill.
I don't know who that is, but I've been hearing his name a lot lately.
You've seen Superman, right?
Like
You saw the Witcher.
The new one with
I have not
Sarah
seen the new
At-
Superman. I saw like Superman when I was little.
What about the Witcher?
No, I don't know what that is. What is that?
Oh my god.
I don't either.
I don't watch movies.
He's just
I don't know anything about movies.
It's a TV show that I think was on Netflix
Have you
or
seen
Amazon
the
or
Justice
something.
League?
Yeah,
The new one with Wonder Woman.
Mm.
Kinley hasn't been out of the damn house in 5
True.
years.
Well,
She's been
look-
just like holed up like little hobbit.
Just look up Henry Cavill and you'll understand why everyone's a little bit of a Henry Cavill,
Okay.
Cavillist. I
Yeah, I'll
mean,
do that. That's actually a good idea.
Yeah, see if
right there.
See, I would ask Kinley to
Yeah, he's
show
hot.
her feet except to make sure there wasn't any hair on them. But the only problem is all you creeps out there would be taking pictures of that. So don't you dare.
But you ask me that every
Yeah.
time. And the other day I was in the shower and I was like, I'm going to make sure because Shizzy asked me about my feet. I'm going to make sure I don't have hairy feet. And I
Just
don't.
double checking.
I don't.
Well,
I don't. I'm officially not a real hobbit. Apparently.
there you go.
apparently. Well, the female hobbits they were a little bit soft. So
Yeah, well,
My child has hairy feet.
see, you're raising hobbits.
Four, right?
She's a hobbit.
She could be.
Yeah. Yes, she is. No, her feet aren't hairy.
Oh, I bet they're cute.
That would be awesome if they were though. You should like
Oh, I
put some
know.
little. You should put some like little hairs on there. That would be
That'd be real
hilarious. Be just like and then whenever you do trick or treating, you could just dress her as a hobbit,
Yeah.
and then you
That
dress
would
as a
be
hobbit too.
hilarious.
It would
Yeah.
be awesome.
I don't
You'd have
actually know what a hobbit is or what they look like, but I'm gonna look one up now.
Well, they're definitely not Cavill. He's more like T-Rex. He's got
No.
very short arms.
Oh my god, hobbits aren't even cute. Why would you think I'm a hobbit? Hobbits are scary as hell. What the hell is this thing?
Oh,
What kind of hobbits are you looking at?
And it's not even hairy. It's like has no hair.
that's because you're not
No.
looking at the Hobbit feet pics. Unfortunately, there's a whole other genre where
God,
you have to go to look
really?
at their feet.
Just watch
Oh my
Lord of the
God, okay,
Rings.
they have hairy feet. This is
Watch
true.
Lord of the Rings. You'll be fine.
Oh no, you broke me.
We broke Mo. You broke Mo.
Oh,
she's
T-Bone,
like,
you broke Mo.
I find Elijah Wood deeply disconcerting too. but
Yes.
that's
Oh,
because
is he a hobbit?
yeah.
Yes, he's a total hobbit.
So confused.
Did you see the trilogy from Peter Jackson? She's like, no, I had
No.
friends.
What is
No.
this? What do y'all speak of?
Lord of the Rings. You haven't seen that
Oh
yet?
my God. So these people with the pointy ears are hobbits?
No, those are elves.
No, those are elves.
Oh, see, I would rather be one of them.
Well, everyone.
But
would
elves
rather be an
elves are
elf,
very
but-
tall and skinny.
Oh, they are?
Yes.
Yeah,
weird.
and they're kind of bored with life because they've been living for eternity. So
Yeah. Elves
this-
live for
they're-
hundreds and hundreds of years, and hobbits, they live just as long, but, on a much shorter level.
and hobbits get first breakfast, second breakfast, like 11sies, lunch, dinner. I mean, they're just a people that really love to eat good food, have some good ale, and
And
be
lots of
mostly
sex.
left the hell alone.
And lots
I
of
like
sex.
wherever, I think it's the elves that are living in this beautiful place, like, that looks kind of like, like a fairy land,
Rivendell.
I guess.
Yeah.
She's like, I had friends, and I did stuff other than read in high school. I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
they were books? Oh, yeah, I definitely
Yes.
didn't read books about this stuff. for
Yeah,
sure.
Lord of the Rings, the books were awesome.
No idea. Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, really, really good, like childhood material.
It looks pretty, though.
It is.
I will
You should-
say, J.R.R. Tolkien did some of his own like illustrations,
Mhm.
and the only funny thing is that so many hippie people kind of used the motif, and Tolkien would have hated the effing hippies.
Mhm.
He'd have torn his own manuscript up if he realized it was encouraging hippiness. So that's a fun fact that you can learn now.
But we all agree that the shirt on a man like that, no.
Makes you a hobbit.
Yes. They do like shiny things. They're attracted by it. Like, ooh,
Mary
shiny.
got charged today with battery.
The expert.
Absolutely. So Mary did get charged today.
Is the expert.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you the clip of
Hey,
the officer,
use
the deputy calling me back.
landscape,
Now, I
sir.
was driving and I was filming my phone and the conversation, so I understand you're not going to see faces, but hang on and listen, okay?
I want to be very clear. She is kicking me out of her office.
I'm asking you not to come in,
This
Phil.
is a public.
You will be getting charged with battery.
All right, I appreciate your help.
Yep. So basically, what's going to happen is the charges are going to get sent over to the state attorney's office. They're going to review it, and then once they come up, once they review it and everything, then they'll be either calling you in or her.
Okay. I think I lost you.
Dark side shirt should not be in
Still
that
there?
color. All is right.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I lost you there for a moment.
Yeah. So did you hear the part where I said that she's being charged?
Yes, I did hear
little
that
bit.
part.
A little bit.
She's being charged. She's being charged with battery.
What's a dark
So
side
she's
shirt?
She's the suspect, and the charges are being sent over there to the state attorney.
So
Yeah, the shirt is a dark side shirt. It has to do with Star Wars, and
Oh,
it
it
is.
has
it's-
Vader and stuff on it, so it's the bad guys. So
No,
juxtaposing that.
no, the rebels were the bad guys.
And to be fair, they were kind of commies.
Well, they were.
It was
and
all
they
for the
would,
unionized
And they would take
good.
They would take little children. They would put them in a commune, and then they would teach them how to kill other people. I mean, come on,
True.
that is
And-
just
and
that's
the basis
horrible.
of their religion was let go of everything you care about.
Yeah,
hold on.
yeah. I mean, come on.
Stop being afraid to lose that which you care about. It's like, damn,
No.
Yoda, I used to like you. Does that mean
Yeah.
if my friend goes down, I don't have to care? Like, what do we do?
This is what it sounds like.
Office.
Okay.
All right. So they'll be in touch with you.
All right, I appreciate your help, and I honestly, I don't mean this derogatory, but I hope to never see you again under these circumstances.
I got you. No problem. You take care. Okay.
All right, thank you.
You, buddy.
All right, bye-bye. I can't believe it. I live it every single day, and I still can't
Nice.
believe it. The incompetence, the corruption, the theft, the lying, the deceiving. And here I am, mind boggled again. So
I mean, I
if
don't
the
either.
emergency, listen, number one, I'm not a lawyer. I use legal teams, okay? So I transfer all liability to my legal team. And when I have a legal team up north, I have a legal team down here now. And they're handling everything Otter Creek. They're actually handling things with neighbors in Otter Creek as well. Multiple.
That's right. He's still mayor at this point in time. So
You still what?
Russ the Sus is still a mayor at this point in time. What I'm going to do is, because basically this is just them about canceling the meeting. We're going to move on to the next one because they're calling for them to be fired. They're calling
Out
for
of
them-
a cannon.
I like to know where
Into the
Jeremy gets
sun.
the energy from. He was pretty on
I
it.
know, like what
Yeah.
ratio of Monsters energy drinks and instant coffee kernels do I need to have? I'm just asking for a friend.
I know it. Like,
Like, do I brew the coffee with the Monster?
Yes.
oh,
Who's reading?
Raise
your hands if you read it.
Because
So
legally,
this-
we're all supposed to be
this is
supplied
Russ.
P&L for
This
every
is
meeting.
Don.
Those are boobs.
People
Those
keep
are-
saying, Jeremy, you got to be careful of them backwoods boys down
Yes.
in Florida. Well, I'm back in my woods. I'm down in Florida, but I ain't no boy. It's time for these individuals to man up. We ain't playing games no more. It's my personal opinion that Russ the Sus, Russell Meeks Sr.,
Yes.
he's a boy. He's a coward, in my personal opinion. Every time there's been an issue, who shows up? Mary's there. He even sends Richard there. But what's he scared of? He's scared of the camera. Here's what really boggles and blows my mind. Does anyone in Otter Creek actually think that Russell Meeks Sr. is going to be there to bail them out or to help them? No. Russ the Sus is going to throw you under the bus. It's exactly what he has been doing. It's what he's going to continue to do. His own daughter, Charlene, oh my goodness, works for the state, at least currently, sets a message out on Facebook, which is on display for the public.
Well, I won't be making my debut on Levy mugshots tonight. Y'all will have to talk about someone else tomorrow. I guess I'm kidding. The jail talk is freaking my mom and Jack out.
oh,
Oof.
I get it. What is that about?
Allow me to.
That's his daughter, and they're talking
Jeremy's
about
daughter?
having. No, that's Russ the Sus's daughter, and they're a little bit concerned about Russ being jailed for his shenanigans.
Oh.
Jeremy drinks Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew.
Share
Mountain
this.
Dew.
I have warned these individuals for over 3 years now. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. You get a choice every morning when you wake up. Are you going to do the right thing or the wrong thing? And then individuals go ahead and post things that are on public display. And by the way, I don't have to go looking for it. Your friends, who you think are your friends, all of you individuals, send me everything you say and do. Can you imagine if Charlene was back in high school and she would have made a post stating, oh man, I guess you guys aren't going to get to see me on Levy County mugshots tonight because I didn't go into school and do what I was gonna do. Oh my goodness, they would have arrested her. They would have shut down the entire school. This is no different. His daughter, Russ the Sus's daughter, in a Facebook public post, which she has hence now deleted, but
Yes.
that information lasts forever.
Mountain Dew has a
Listen,
lot of caffeine.
if you're out there and you're being a fool of yourself, I'm going to say this again. I've said it over and over and over and over again to every single one of these individuals. The smartest thing you can do is shut your mouth and stay out of it.
Yep.
Because it exists forever now. The screenshots are there. The screen recordings are there. The video is there. It exists forever. Ever. It doesn't go away by hitting delete. And what do? Incriminate yourself even further and your family. I cannot begin to understand the foolishness that goes through the minds of these people. Yeah, you have a freedom of speech, and that's what most of these people are going to say. Well, I have a freedom of speech to share my opinion. You do, and that freedom of speech comes with consequences. That freedom of speech comes with massive consequences when you start to make specific allegations and
Oh, I
threats.
get it.
When you
The
start to
Mountain
say
Dew.
things that are completely and totally false and untrue. That comes with heavy consequences. And maybe you should think
He's
through
gonna
the
lean back
reality
in the
that the
chair
vast
and just
majority
go
of people are tired of it. Are tired of the tyranny, are tired of the complete and total corruption, tired of the backhand deals, tired of this is the good old boy system down in the South.
The South is no different than the North than it is from the East, from the West. Listen, people are people. People have always been people, and our people. I don't care if your gender is male or female. I don't care the color of your skin. I don't care your age. I have no care of those things. What I care about is what's inside and what's in your heart. And people are people. They need love and acceptance. They need community. A community that doesn't take from them, but a community that continues to grow with them.
Clearly, he ain't from the South. I'm kidding.
Very true. Very true. Well, and there is a little bit of good old boy mentality no matter where you go. It could be north, south, east, west. It doesn't matter. There is a good old boy mentality. It's no different than someone that's from the South if they choose to decide to go to one of them northern states. I don't know how they'd want to, but decide to go to one of them northern states and they're a little bit more laid back and just sort of like, it's cool, bro. You know, we're fun. And they're just like, no, we have to, you know, object. And it's just like, is it?
No, we don't really follow rules.
Is this the hill you want to die on kind of attitude? And that's that's, you know, I get where these guys are coming from. You know, this is the hill I want to die on. But then it becomes like, I don't want to die on any hill. Like, I'm just happy letting it be. And that I think is where the complacency comes in. But I guarantee you get them riled up, and they will turn into like your worst nightmare because they
have a murder board in the town council place.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you haven't seen it, they have a murder board back here.
Oh right, they do.
Just saying.
I mean, these are people that have plotted things out, allegedly.
Oh my God.
He is Ohio born and raised. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I just like to poke fun.
Motion's made and seconded to pay the bills. Everybody in favor?
Motion to approve.
Well, and here's the, you know, and here I will agree with you on this. It's like being an extroverted introvert, likes Mountain Dew. That's how he has energy. It takes time to rejuvenate, but as of late, they've all gone through. I'm sure he has less time to do so. Yeah,
Oh,
and I
really
mean,
likes Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
I think a lot of YouTubers are introverted.
Yes.
I think like a lot of us online are all like that.
Clearly,
really, at the end of the day.
But the thing is we don't like we don't cut ourselves off from people entirely.
Or caffeine, obviously.
Well, obviously no. I mean, I still think I have. Where's my coffee cup? Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is.
Aw.
Yeah. No, there's it's like, and see, the thing is, I understand where Jeremy's coming from because he looks at it as a business. I mean, his business is to grow his business. That's what he likes to do. This is what drives him. And, you know, if he didn't have to deal with people on a regular basis, he'd be just as happy as long as they're not screwing him over. And you can see from a lot of, and that was one of the things, whenever I started going back and reviewing a lot of these older videos, you can see whenever he's like first moving to Otter Creek, you can see like he's just really happy and, you know, just everything, you know, he's just like this is going to be awesome. We've got a place. So I don't want to disclose it because we're having so much fun. And to where he is now, where it's almost like he's just, you can feel like this weight on top of him. And he's like, you know, and that's, that is the problem with becoming somewhat of, non-anonymous, becoming somewhat well-known, is there are expectations given to you or brought upon you. That
especially when people move in across the street or next door.
Well, yeah. And I mean, think about this, you know, where you were before you started doing anything on YouTube. Like how many people knew of you or would talk to you on a regular basis? You know, you had your so close circle of friends. And then once you got on YouTube, all of a sudden that so close circle of friends becomes much larger.
Yeah.
you feel a connection to every single one of them, and that as you grow, your that circle expands, and then you've got all these other little groups that are out there vying for attention, and it's, and I guess coming from, being a musician and touring, I sort of understand how this can build a lot of stress in you, and you have to have that shutdown time where it's just like, I don't have to deal with you or your problem. I do have a life also. And that is the hardest part that I think Jeremy's starting to feel, is because, what is it? They're 700,000 followers plus. And, there's a lot of demand that probably comes from, I would not be surprised if they receive hundreds, if not thousands of emails every single day of people that are reaching out to them, wanting their attention.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't think about that.
You're
It's just
get
like,
mad at you when you don't, and then you have a new hater, like multiple new haters every day, I would assume.
it happens. It happens. And it's not that you're trying to avoid people. It's just,
No, but you can't respond to that many people.
No, you had spent, think about this. I've got 186 people that are watching right now. If I spoke to every single one of you, my entire stream would be nothing about me responding to every single one of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be so difficult. That's
boring.
why it would be, because you'd be just like, well, why didn't you say hello to me? Well, 186 people. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But there's a lot of people here, and I can't give every single one a back rub. I would love to. But imagine this. We've got 186 people. Imagine whenever Jeremy is doing a stream, he might have over 2,000 people watching at any given point in time. If not close to 15,000, 17,000.
15, 17, 20,000.
Yes.
I've never seen only two.
You never know who you're dealing with either. Like when you're dealing with.
No, that's the problem.
That's the scary part, because you want to be able to engage with everybody because they're fans, essentially, But it's just you don't know who you're dealing with, and you got to be careful as a girl, because if you're too nice, guys will take it wrong. If you're, I don't know, it's just such a iffy thing. I couldn't imagine.
Well, I hope everybody takes me wrong, at least some way. I mean, because I'm screwed up in the head. I mean, it might have been from being dropped as a small
all
child.
Of us by shaving. We were like, where is Shizzy and what has he done?
Well, it's because, I decided to, give, what did someone say that I was trying to give a tree head. That's what it was. I was like, oh, that's a good one. I got to use that. That was hilarious.
Shizzy is a dendrophiliac. Quoted here.
No, I was cutting down just in case you didn't know, Kenley.
Yep,
I was cutting down some branches. I was cutting some branches down off of a dogwood tree. One of the branches bounced up, caught me in the face, and sunk its teeth into my lip. And whenever it did, it like blood went everywhere. And so I had to shave it off so I could get to the skin underneath, so I could like get it all like crimped up.
Okay, so but my question, so I was watching, like I saw that part of it the other night. I saw you on Expert Stream. Like I came in just to hear you talking about that for a second. And I was like, wait, what happened? What'd he do to his mouth? Did you cut? It didn't cut all the way through, right?
Yeah. Punched it right through.
No,
Yeah.
but like you've got like it's like
Shizzy,
completely
you need to
separated.
go-
Like you've
No,
got
just-
two sides.
It caught it right up here, and it punctured just probably about like I don't know, a millimeter, like it through. Like there was a little hole where I could whistle out of it.
Okay.
If I wanted to,
But not like all the way down.
No, not all the way down.
Okay.
So right below the nose.
Okay.
Because it came up is what it did. It came up and I jerked my head back, but it caught me right there. And it caught right about the top of the tooth of the gum. And that's where it punctured through. And it wasn't a very big piece. It was probably about a 1/4 inch in diameter that caught me in the mouth. I mean, because I saw it come up. That's why I moved my head back, or else it probably would have gone all the way and ripped like part of my nose off or something. If I Let's see, I'm grossing everybody out.
I have a
Yes,
scar
I'm
down her-
I'm just.
I
no,
love it.
No,
I
no.
had a
I mean,
sister
y'all are.
do that.
I'm just glad I wasn't married to you, because you'd have come in the door and I'd have been on the floor and you're like
Yeah.
911. I'm bleeding profusely and
"Don't
my
get my
wife is
carpet
offering no
ruined."
help.
Yeah, I gave myself a dogwood piercing. That's what we'll call it. It was
Yeah, you're
it
lucky it
was
didn't go up your nose. Like that can go into your, your brain.
my brain.
Like the
Well, if I had a
straws and
brain,
stuff.
if I had a
It-
brain,
Right.
That
Well,
would
you're
have
lucky,
been
I
a
guess. then.
I
DIY
only had a
lobotomy.
brain. No, yeah, it would have been damn painful, but I mean, it's one of those things that, and it happened like an hour before I was supposed to start the stream, and then a half hour
Oh,
before that, I was meeting up with Mo and Max Murrah to like go over things with him. Plus, I was talking with Danielle and Texas Jen and getting them set up for doing the recording. So I had like all this stuff going on, and I have a Band-Aid over my face, and of course I show up with Baker, and I'm wearing this Band-Aid. I was like, I'm not going to be on screen, and this is why I'm not going to be on screen. And they're like, Jesus, you look like that German artist. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. And then of course Baker says, oh, you're just looking for sympathy of the jury. And I was just like, I'm not.
Oh, Baker.
No, we had a lot of fun. That's all I'm saying. We had a lot of damn fun, and
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
I mean, Mo stole the show. Max Murrah destroyed any credibility that Baker had, and I guarantee you, if I ever have to do one of those again, I will have Max Murrah as my expert witness every damn time.
I did feel sorry for Baker, because it was me, or it was Max and then me. So like two bulls in a china shop, just chewing up the scenery in the back. Like we are Brett Spiner when he finally got to, in Independence Day, not play data and have emotions. He was like all the emotions.
It's like that scars I'm in. Let me show you this one here, man. I've got scars all over the damn place. The thing is this scar is a sign that something good is going to happen. You know why I say that? Yes.
Why?
Okay. Because
You're
whenever
gonna become like Groot.
No. It's weird. It maybe it's superstition or something like that. So right before I went into kindergarten, as a very young child, I got kicked by a horse and snapped my left arm.
Oh my God.
Into it broke both bones. So I was in a cast going into kindergarten. Right before I went in the military, I got hit by a car. It was on the left side also, snapped my leg in two places. Like, yeah, it was a mess. Sent me like across like 3 lanes into a barbed wire fence. I don't remember hitting the barbed wire fence. I remember seeing the car, but that's all I remember. They said I screamed like a little bitch, which I don't. I understand.
I don't. Yeah, your femur.
Um,
I'm surprised you didn't bleed out.
Right before graduating junior high school, I was walking down some railroad ties and snapped my left foot. So everything that happens on the left side of my body is always a sign of something good is about to happen. Like there's going to be change in my life. It's weird. It's like right before I got married, the left side of my face went blank.
Oh, like it went
Bell's
like
palsy.
Bell's palsy.
It was exactly
My dad
Bell's
has
palsy.
palsy.
Yeah, my friend has that.
And that was a wonderful change in my life. So all these horrible things that happen, I look at them as a sign of there's going to be something good that follows. I don't look at it as a bad thing. I go, well, it's just another thing that got damaged. I broke like 4 fingers in my left hand right before I got a really good job. No, it's just
you need a guardian ad litem.
Just on the left side. Just on the left side of my body.
Fine, just your left side. The one that says, "Hey, Shizzy, standing up on top of the very tippy top of that, ladder and swinging a chainsaw, we're gonna say no to that." And you're gonna be like, "Why? You're not my supervisor. You don't tell me what to do."
I mean, I've got scars on my chest. I have not broke. The thing I'm thankful for is I've never broken any ribs, because I hear that's really damn
Yeah, and you
painful.
can't do anything about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like my grandfather got crushed between two tractors and broke ribs on both sides, and he couldn't laugh, he couldn't cough, and of course, you know, this happened in the fall, so winter came along, and my grandfather had also dropped it. He first broke his ribs, and as he had those all bandaged up, he was out cutting a tree down, and whenever he fell the tree, which was, I don't know, about 8 feet in diameter. Whenever he fell the tree, it shifted, and he dropped it on his leg and snapped it in 7 different places. He was about 68 at the time whenever that happened. And luckily he was able to grab his chainsaw, and of course his ribs are broken. So he cuts the section out of the tree, rolls the thing off his leg, and then drags his sorry ass up a hill, because he had to park the truck at the top of the hill because the starter was out. So he'd park it at the top of the hill and then roll it down and get it roll started so he could get it, like, jump the car off the truck. So he drags himself up there, gets in the truck, jump starts it, gets back to the house, and basically wrecks the truck because he can't get it to stop, you know, trying to like handle like a big truck and shift gears. And then, you know, blowing the horn, my grandmother comes out, "What's wrong with you?" And he was just like, "Well, I need to go to the hospital because my leg is broken as it's all twisted." The best part is after he gets out of the hospital, you know, my grandparents stayed in the same bed their entire marriage. My grandmother rolls over and breaks his leg again. The day after he got the cast off, she rolled over, and the way that he was laying, she broke his leg again. So he had to go back in a cast. That's okay, because sweet revenge was on my grandfather. My grandmother decided while she was feeding the hogs to have a hog brush up against her. Whenever you get an 800-pound hog brushing up against you, and you're like in your 60s, yeah, it snapped her leg too. So they were just both gimping around.
That's terrible.
No, it's not. It's damn hilarious.
And the kids today can't take a microaggression.
Yeah, my grandparents, they were tough as nails. Like, kudos to them. I was like, I think I was ruined at a very young age whenever, you know, because my grandparents had an outhouse and we would spend summers with them. So, you know, one time I came down to, you know, go outside to use the outhouse, and all I see is a white butt. Yeah.
Well, we always wondered where CCR got their inspiration, and it was an outhouse.
Oh, sorry, it's just random bullshit about shoes you probably didn't care about. Sorry.
The bills. How in the world can you make a motion to approve the bills and first and second it if you don't know what the bills are? Right now you're going, Jeremy, come on, we've seen this town council meeting before. No, you haven't. And this isn't the town council meeting where the new mayor's voted. This is a previous town council meeting that I haven't shared with you before. But I want to...
I haven't seen Farrell since this morning. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm like, why? What? What happened?
Did you buy her a drink? Did you buy her a drink? I mean, she needs to unwind. I think she's just wound up a little too tightly. I think that she needs a spank. Never mind.
To share with you specifically so you can see the absolute insanity of this place. Yeah, believe it or not, it's real.
I'm not in favor, you know, just because it's so confusing that I can't make heads or tails with the limited financial reports. I can't make a decision. It's not enough information for me to say that. Mr. Severino is a private.
I like the tennis
Still
shoes.
working a calculator, or is that her phone?
That's her phone.
She doesn't do calculators. She doesn't do math.
Yeah. Same.
Well, that's because they're not doing their job. That's why.
Right on, Don. They are not doing their job. And as Russell says, there's 4 other people in here that have no problem with it. No, there's an entire community there. An entire community there that has a problem with it. This is how embezzlement happens.
What are your responsibilities?
We must pay the bills. Bills are nothing more than what they have been.
I'm talking about the financial inspection. You don't know.
I'm sorry?
I'm talking about the financial report. How can you justify that? Now, if
I
you're
can
doing
read
your
them. I
job,
can
you
read them.
can't. If you read this, you can't make heads or tails out
Well,
of
like a
it.
check,
It's
they take
really
it
very
simple.
Start electric recording is what we had, and this is what we got left over.
Listen, it's been fine for years, for 20 years. And then
Sorry.
now then it's just kind of degraded to a situation where the information, we're not getting the information.
Anybody want to guess who's in charge of putting all the financial records together? Yeah, that would be Mary DeGroot. Mary. Financial records are now scary.
That is never good.
Maybe she could call the local
she
sheriff to help her
works
with
for the
those.
mayor, the super mayor in
Yeah.
Dalton.
I've given her details on
I
that.
copied the same reports that they've been
That been doing for
before.
years.
In fact, it'll probably have, one of them actually had 17 and 18 on the bottom of it, because I pulled the report from then.
What is this, Mary? It's a blank. There's not one figure there. Where are the check numbers and the amounts of the checks? They're not here. All we have is things that lump sum together. We can't tell, it's like one big number and there's like 20 different accounts there. And we just can't make heads or tails of it. It's not clear. Now, we've discussed this before, and I don't know why the attorney hasn't said anything about it. He hears me complain every month about it. But,
Hasn't made you fix this shit. Sorry.
It's not even.
No, you're absolutely right. And here's the thing about a lot of these like smaller council meetings that would be highly suggested is hire yourself some sort of legal representation.
They have
if
them.
you're well, that's my point, is have them there for these meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And it will make all of your meetings go much smoother because they will make sure that you're not breaking the fucking law.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. If you don't want to break the law, hire legal representation. They can come in, they can make sure that all of your bylaws and all this crap that the changes that you're making can actually legally be done. Ask me how I know. We handle some of that stuff. So
yeah.
just,
Unless you have an attorney like this one, who doesn't ever say anything about anything.
no, they're just like,
Yeah, because the
whatever.
lawyer is on the call.
Yeah, he might not even be paying attention.
Oh, I don't think that he ever is. Like they have to be like, hey, whatever your name is, in order for him to like, oh, I think he wakes up and then he's like, oh, what'd you say?
Lawyers on the computer. That's a crappy lawyer, and you should hire someone new.
I know, and he's
Serious.
not even that far away. Like he goes to the other meetings where he's hired that are like 15 minutes away, I heard.
The lawyer at this time was warm, and he is just as bad as Russ.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's not what you want to have. You want to have somebody that's going to look out for the best interests of making sure everything's within the law.
Oh yeah, one time I saw the lawyer actually show up, and when they started like going at each other like this, he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to referee," and he wheeled his scooter out and left.
So
Just
he's
left
on
the
a
meeting.
scooter?
Yeah,
Okay. Well,
like a scooter, like kind of like
yeah. One of those little 3-wheel scooters.
yeah.
Like he's he's one of those people that go to carnies, carnivals.
Oh, good Lord.
I was thinking more like the scooters that they have at Walmart.
Oh, the
Yeah.
handicapable scooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of those at carnivals.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You see a lot of those in the Midwest. Usually going to Walmart to buy more cheesy poofs.
Yeah.
I kid you not. They're in the motorized cart.
Yes.
Oh my God. I remember my grandmother used to have one, and my daughter, like when we would go over to her house, my daughter would always want me to take her on a ride on it. It was fun though. I can't. lie.
I have negative spatial awareness, so I tried to use them once when I was supposed to be on bed rest, and not a side display was safe from me.
Just like I turned all the corners. Not my fault that they moved the damn end caps all the way out here. What the hell?
Right?
Don't blame me. You should have moved them in closer. You knew that I was going to be coming through here, assholes.
And then it's like, oh, can't cut this. And I was like, bap, beep, beep. I'm like, the one thing that a hugely pregnant woman does not need is a bunch of beeping and everyone looking at her because she cannot, work the damn scooter.
The worst part, have you ever seen like the little kids that like there'll be like some very large woman and she'll be like backing up and they'll be standing behind them going beep beep beep
Yeah,
beep beep,
yeah.
and they have that like high tone already, and you're just like going, oh my god, that's so bad, but it's so funny. And of course she's turned around like, really, you're gonna do that shit to me? What's wrong with you,
I mean,
child?
but it is such a it's such a catchy beep, Like I
Yeah.
even want to do it.
Well, it's not like the Amazon truck that comes in our neighborhood. It doesn't beep. It just goes. That is the noise it makes. I'm like, what in the hell? It's like someone came up and said, I don't like that beeping noise, and they started driving a stake into it to like kill it, but they couldn't. So
They're
now
like,
it just goes.
in honor
It sounds
of
like
the
a fart.
cicadas, we're doing cicada sounds this year.
Oh, God, it's so horrible. I hear that thing and I'm just like, oh Jesus,
Oh,
this
no.
guy again.
You're like, what the hell else did they order? What are you ordering now?
I know. I would have been like, I would be excited if I heard that noise, to be honest. I'd be like, yes. Ooh. I forgot my daughter brought a package in earlier.
Oh,
I know.
what do you got? What's
I
in
don't
your
know.
package? Why don't you open that package? Tell us what's
I'm definitely
tell us
not
in
gonna,
the box, man.
definitely not gonna open it.
what's in the box, man.
No.
What's in the
I
box?
don't know, it's like kind of big too, and I don't remember ordering anything.
You don't remember
That's
ordering
Probably
anything big?
toothpaste. They just put it in a giant box. I hate
Yes,
it when they do
I've
that.
had that
It wasn't
happen
from
before.
Amazon either. I didn't even read who it was from. I should check that out later.
It's like your neighbor's box or something like
It's
that.
100% not going to be mine because she brought it in too. So obviously she didn't check, but
I'm
like,
just saying,
it's
for a friend, if it says from your good old Uncle Ted, don't open it.
I had someone show up at my house with drugs one day. Like I think the person that lived there before, like it was some sort of like this is not the kind of stuff that you want to have like a bunch of like ex drug addicts like get their hands on. And it comes showing up at my house, and of course one of my roommates opens it up and he was like, dude, this is like some good stuff, man.
And you're like, it's a
Like
setup.
this is gonna be like
You're a
my
Fed.
weekend is canceled. I'm like, oh no, what in the hell is this? I'm like, where
Fed,
does this
Fed.
person live? Did you get the wrong address? No, it's mailed to this address. I don't know who this
Shizzy.
Deborah
Look,
chick is, but
someone-
she's got some good stuff, man.
Someone sent me drugs. Can you please come get them? I'm not named Deborah. Thank you. And then the cops show up.
I've had some of the weird. Well, let's see here, Junior. It looks like you
know
got.
what? I am gonna get a Tacta vest now. I'm gonna get a Tacta
That's what
vest,
they
and I'm
always do, right?
I'm gonna put all of my it's gonna have a spork, and pepper spray.
No, you don't want the
and
pepper spray.
Maybe a
You just
picture
got-
of my cat.
You just have to.
just
you just
a
have
photo
the
album
pepper.
of my cats.
Just have the pepper shaker.
We're
just.
not doing a spice rack on my rack. That's not happening.
Oh, come on. Spice rack on Mo's rack is like the best rack. It's like, you want spicy Mo? I'm bringing it. I'm bringing spicy Mo. I've got my
Listen,
cayenne. I've got my white pepper. I got my
I am
jalapeno.
one step away from Appalachian American. I am trying not to put anything in my chest wallet. I'm just trying to be slightly classier.
Oh, you saw the one where the girl was like, she's sitting in some meeting like this and she just starts pulling beer bottles out. She's got them stashed. She's got like 3 beer bottles stuffed down in her shirt in between her boobages. She just like reaches in there, just like starts pulling these beer bottles out. I was like, why do people do this? Of course, my mother was the kind of person that
warm
had the
beer.
extra large purse, and then she would pop popcorn, and then we would go to the movie theater, and she would pull out the 5-gallon bag of popcorn,
Nice.
Hey, moms with the giant bag. That's what I tell my kids. I'm like, if you are ever lost, if a plane goes down, you sit next to the grandma or the mom that has the biggest bag, because she's gonna have like fire starters, like some granola bars,
Or just a bunch of
probably a
worthless stuff
satellite
like me.
phone, like several dozen used tissues, and a piece of gum from 1973.
She'll have a change of clothes in there. She'll have a hairbrush. She'll have razors. She's gonna have a pistol in there. She's gonna have something
Not
that
on
you're
the
gonna be able to.
airplane.
You can take over the world with. I guarantee you. Or at least the island at that time. She's gonna have something. You're good to go.
Yeah.
You are set. Just find her. Make sure. Just remember this. You don't have to be faster than the bear, but you just have to be faster than somebody else.
I hate
True.
to say it, but that's
Oh,
what it
yeah.
is. Well, listen, but look, so more people on
That
this
door.
council rated
Like, could you get a
understand
ladder
the
door?
problem with it.
Well, I've got some oil.
Back up. Who's reading it?
Who's reading it?
Who's reading
Raise
it?
your hands if you read it.
Because legally, you're all supposed to be supplied a P&L for
Hi.
every meeting.
I'm gonna ask you to leave. If you,
I'm
You're
gonna
gonna
ask
bring
you
the
to
police to remove me,
We're in
Russell.
a meeting.
I need
You're
a-
gonna bring the police
I
to
wanna
remove me.
gavel.
So if you do it, bring it.
I can do that.
Legally, you're
I'm
providing
on it.
P&L to this council at a minimum 4
Shut up,
times a
Russell.
year. Where's the P&L?
You're out of order, sir. Just
You're out of
calm
order.
down.
You want to call participant of the town out of order, but you're the mayor. Are you in order, not providing a P&L?
She's going to call the
Russell
sheriff
says there's
right
4
now.
other people there that
Yeah.
have read it and understand it. Don says it's filled with blank pages. Jeremy Hale says you're doing illegal activities. No, I ain't down with this. I want to know where all the overcharges, all of my money for all of the water that I didn't use is going.
Transparency.
You all need to be reading it. You all need to know the P&L. You need to know where the money goes. That's
The
accountability.
issue is.
That's why it's illegal accountability.
An orderly town council.
Kind of feels like Groundhog Day. Round and round and round. Same conversations. Never any information. Okay, let's do this. Let's jump back to present day right now. Got some things I want to share with you. Not only that, in just a little bit, I've got an interview with Channel 20 out in Florida. They're trying to pick up this entire story as well. I got to do an interview with them. They've been trying to call Russell. They've been trying to call Town Hall. You think they got any answers? So what's Town Hall's response to all of this? Well, just like it's always been, incriminate themselves even further. You've heard me say it. Every time they open their mouth, every time they do an action, they incriminate themselves further. And I will see it through to hold them all accountable to what they have done and what they have said. So, Town Hall's response? Well, let's see. Tuesday they closed. Wednesday they closed. Thursday they closed. And then shortly after I gave up waiting for somebody to open, once the coast was clear, this showed up on the door.
Service by appointment. Leave a
Think they'll
message.
allow me to make an appointment instead of just sitting out here in the woods? Let's call. Let's find out. I seriously doubt it, but we'll see. I mean, they say they don't have caller ID. Let's find out if they see Jeremy Hale's coming up. Something tells me they might. It's appointment only now.
Oh yeah, they
Apparently
say
you
they
don't have to
don't
open
have
town hall.
caller
I'd like to
ID.
know if all 3 of these town hall clerks are getting paid.
They
Wait,
lie.
what was the number you were supposed to press to get?
Star 69, star 67.
Yeah.
If you could leave your name, number, brief message, and best time to reach you, we'll get back with you as soon as possible. Thanks. Have a wonderful day.
This is Jeremy Hales. I'd like to schedule a meeting with the town hall representatives, whether that's the mayor, the clerk, the other clerk, all of the council members. That could also be your lawyer involved as well. I'd like to have a scheduled time and meeting, and would like to hear back from you within 24 hours. Thank you very much. You have my contact information, all of it. So, you think I'll actually hear anything? Well, I can tell you this. Other residents of the town have heard nothing. They've tried to set up meetings, and they've heard nothing. An entire town shut down because one person owns a cell phone and starts to show what's really happening and going on. Well, some of you may be thinking, Jeremy, why don't you just run for mayor? Jeremy, you must want to be mayor. No, I have no desire whatsoever to be mayor. I want to make that so ridiculously clear. My only goal in moving to Florida was to have peace and respite. And as I arrived, I started to get taken advantage of. And as I arrived, I saw wrongdoings, not just to me, but to all the citizens. What I want is things to be corrected and right. That's what I want, but not just for me, for the entire town. So, for example, they've got one suit right now with records requests. There will be another there's going to be a water bill suit. You know that already. Absolutely. I'm going back for all of my water bills, but I'm also pushing that every single resident, even the ones that say false things about me that are getting sued as well, which there are, and there's an individual in Bronson that's going to have a lawsuit brought against them as well. Remember, there are consequences for the things you say. Even those individuals, I want them to get a refund on their bill because the town took advantage of them. I want the town to put in check valves for everybody because they should have been there in the first place. I want things to be right. That's it. And then I want to be left alone to be in my woods. That's it. I want to live peacefully in my woods. That's it. So people can go, oh man, he's a backwoods boy. No. We're dealing with this like a man, okay? I'm a backwoods man. We're going to correct it. We're going to fix it. We're going to see it through so that everybody is not being taken advantage of, and everybody in the town is no longer thinks they are above the law. You know, I've heard this over and over and over again. These people down here think they're above the law. They've done it this way. We've always done it this way. You got Richard saying, it's not against the law because the council and the mayor said it. Oh my goodness, if this man understood law, if any of them understood, just because you've done it that way doesn't make it right. Just because it's always been done that way doesn't make it right.
Fair,
just
Lionel
because
Hutz
nobody
was
ever
not
called you
available.
out on it doesn't make it right. Just because nobody in the area ever had the funds to sue you and take you to court to correct it doesn't make it right. I want nothing to do with the mayor position. What I want is a position of peace in my woods. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I ever wanted. And I want to do things to help people. You've seen us help people around the world, literally around the world. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars have been gifted to help people around the world. And it boggles my mind. It absolutely boggles my mind that we would come into a town of 100 that's depressed. We would come into a town of 100 that's economically hurting, and them not see the opportunity and going, oh my goodness, he could help us. He helps people. Ooh. Instead, what they do is try and steal from me. Oops. And I don't care if you steal $100,000, $10,000, $1,000, or $1 from me. I will not tolerate it. But I will have hope. Hope in the day where that's all gone, where that's all done, to where we actually have peace back here out in the woods.
You voted at the last meeting to accept Span's bid for moving the air conditioner. I have called them. They have got us on their list.
Yeah, it's just like you can see where he's coming from and how far it goes.
For those that may not have seen all my videos and may not be paying attention, or maybe you're just a normal person, so this thought would never, ever occur to you. This air conditioner is sitting in the septic field, in the bed, the septic bed. Yeah, they mix their AC with their doo-doo.
Well, not really.
Is going to be doing a voter
You have to have air intake.
March 1st, from like 10 to...
I mean, you still shouldn't have it sitting there just because of moisture and all that kind of stuff. But the thing people fail to recognize is that your AC unit is a separate unit. It is what actually cools all of the hot air that gets pumped in, and everything that gets pumped in is not coming. So you don't have the smell of crap coming from that. That there's all it is a compressor, sort of like your refrigerator. You have a compressor. It doesn't pump any breathable air into it. All it's doing is it's removing the heat from the air. That's all that does. It's like a big radiator. So no smell, no nothing like that. But you still shouldn't have it sitting there. It's not a safe place to have it.
Yeah, on the poop and AC note, I am going to go to bed because, as someone in the chat said, 4 a.m. comes quickly.
Oh, it does.
Also,
Oh, no.
Mo, you have a wonderful one, and we're not far
Night,
behind
Mo.
you. We have another like 15 minutes, and then we're going to shut this down. Mo, I will see you tomorrow. I will see you
sounds good.
tomorrow
Night,
night.
Mo.
I want to. Good night, guys.
Night, Mo.
Bye.
Bye. Mo, everybody, give
I
Mo
love her
some
so
love.
much.
She is so damn awesome. She is one of the best, and her humor just is.
Yeah, she's so gifted. I just love her so much.
I know. It's. I don't know what more I can say about Mo. It's all good.
There's no words.
And we're getting close, McKinley, so we won't keep you up too late.
No, I'm cheating. I'm in your chat and MG's chat.
That's okay. Is MG started already?
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, because we'll be sending everybody over to MG here shortly.
Yeah. Of course. Of course.
Of course.
For the elections, they close on March the 6th, so you must be registered in Otter Creek to vote in our election.
God,
We have a
these
wide
people.
range of candidates.
Candidates that legally were voted in, but yet they still have not been sworn in because a mayor who I believe illegally canceled a meeting and who I believe is currently still illegally acting as mayor. How can you act as mayor if your term is already up, right? The date has already passed. You can't continue to act as mayor. The people of Otter Creek want positive growth and change.
We got new max tank fixed and the report turned into DEP. We got them hatched. We got a good tank that should last us another 30 years. So we won't have to buy another one when we do the new water tank. The pumps finally come for the transfer pumps over there. We're working on getting the filter hooked up. I'm hoping it's gonna be next week.
Keep in mind all this work they're talking about on the water system. When they did this, that's when I got astronomical amounts of water bills. 17,700 gallons. How in the world? No leak ever found. Went above and beyond to actually take my plumbing above and beyond to prove it wasn't me. These people boggles my mind. You know what else boggles my mind? We haven't shared this yet, but here it goes. Mary's niece is married to Russell's son. Now, in most places, that may be considered nepotism, and that's a no-no because there could be some type of family tie there. Let me say it again. Mary's niece is married to Russell's son. Nepotism is when family members are in the same area together and they may not have accountability. So, for example, if you and your brother and your mother and your mom and your dad and everybody else are all in charge of one thing and you go, hey, I got an idea how we can steal money. You may not turn them in. You may go along with it. There's pressure. That's family. Well, that's why you don't allow ties, family ties, in business or in government.
Sorry to hear that, Donna. Be safe.
Blows my mind.
Be safe.
Absolutely blows my mind. Should these two even be serving in the same office together?
Oh, business. Oh, yeah. I noticed there was an invoice for the Howell and Jones for the
I have this pizza.
Yeah, that's for the 2021 audit, and we're getting ready to go in for the 2022.
I already did an entire video on this audit that showed a few different things. Number one, very, very poor record keeping. Number two, the town is in a financial crisis. We are on the verge of a financial emergency. Number three, the council members don't know. It's all being hidden from them.
Yep. That's something you can't have.
Because it wasn't a year ago. It was
Well, definitely get as much rest as you possibly can.
Oh, yeah.
Are they finished with it, or are they still working
on it? They're waiting.
Little hardtack is not anything to scoff at.
Turned into financial Department of Revenue.
So Mr. Powell's gonna come here and give us a rundown? They usually do, yeah. Yeah, so we expect that in the next.
Probably the next meeting, unless we have a meeting in between, that he could do it.
Okay.
Not an emergency meeting, because then it's.
Because with these grants that we're involved
Right.
with, the grants we've
Yeah.
gotten.
Yeah, the full audit
We have to
is
do a full
required,
audit,
yeah,
yes.
every 3 years, and
Every year.
well,
Oof.
the big one is every 3 years. We didn't have to have one up before 21 because we hadn't spent more than $250,000. And that, then the grant came in. You know, that grant started in 2016 and we got the money in 2021.
Welcome back, JD fan. Welcome back.
Oh, that's the other thing, the CDBG grant that we've been approved for the water. I've got to put out the ads for the
Yeah,
request for
God loves getting there. Paid to be there for absolutely nothing.
firm and an administrator for the grant.
Oh, Expert was live
And
also.
then we have to
Oh, very cool.
every
Everybody's live, huh?
and woman-owned
Well, that's what we do.
area.
All go at the same
And
time?
there's 3 pages
Doesn't matter. We do our
behind
thing.
No, I know. I just didn't realize y'all all go at the same time.
just got that each one
Sometimes
has
that happens.
email of the ad. Once the ads are
How many people was that entail? How many
This is something that a lot of
And
and I'll talk about a little bit more in the back room, but it's a common thing where people think that they owe some sort
Dude,
of
I can't
allegiance.
stand that. I cannot stand it.
It seems there's one of those where people feel like they owe some sort of allegiance, and that they hamper themselves from covering what they want to cover, or discussing what they want to discuss, and
Or going at whatever time they want to
right.
stream. Yeah.
Part of this is you do you. Like,
Uh-huh.
expert talks about things that the expert talks about. I talk about things that I talk about. MG talks about things he talks about.
Right.
And we can all sit down and we can get along together. And sometimes we stream together and sometimes we stream apart. And then we've also got, it's this is the part that we all enjoy. And it's because of chat that we're here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here because the expert or MG or McKinley or Danielle. I'm here for me and you, the audience.
Exactly.
So if you like what we're doing, you hit the thumbs up. And if you don't like what we're doing, then you hit the thumbs down. And you tell us, well, we didn't like it because X, Y, and Z, and then we completely ignore you because we forgot to look at the chat. It happens. Sorry. It happens. I love you guys. Hey, from Arizona. Good to see you, Catherine. Oh, you be, like I said, be safe, Donna. Be safe.
Everybody that would be able to participate.
George didn't get any type of email whatsoever, and she's a woman and a minority.
You're bad. You're bad.
No, that's what you have a clerk.
So it's not going to be our,
Nope, no leakage.
We don't know.
You have to be bid out?
We have to bid it.
Well, okay, good luck on that. Meaning there's only a few people to do it.
There are more people that want to do it.
He has, it's very profitable.
Yes, he does.
Thank you.
Whoa, mind blown. The lawyer is actually there and listening, not protecting them from any liability whatsoever, but he is there listening at one point in time. He's never physically been to an actual meeting. I got a feeling he's going to be at the next one.
Yeah, probably
I was
not.
also curious about the policy on paying absentee councilmen.
Since charter.
What was that?
If you miss one meeting, you get paid.
Oh,
Absentee ballot.
No, the back porch thing.
One meeting, after that, you don't get paid for.
Is that you?
That thing. Huh?
Like it says motion detected on the back porch. Is that you?
No.
You don't have like an alert that says that?
No.
Weird.
It says that in the.
Is that you?
No, but it popped up on the screen.
What is that?
It said something motion detected on the back porch. Like it looked like it was somebody's like,
cam.
Wonder who's all getting paid this time around since the mayor went above his pay grade because his term has expired and he canceled under emergency the town hall meeting where we're supposed to have new council members sworn in and a new mayor. Who's getting paid? I think I know. It's probably all in his pocket. I'm going to do my best to find out.
Why is here in town council salary this month is $525? The total.
I don't understand.
You have a member
that's
missed. $100 and you get $125.
We love that. We love that.
The question is, did he get paid?
2 consecutive meetings?
Yes.
In a row?
Yes.
And slept on the first one. You're not following what's going on. I don't know what.
Who missed 2 meetings?
Dan's been on board for 4 months. He's missed 2 meetings. He missed the second one last month. So, but apparently there's a check written for him for that number to be $525. How does that work?
Where'd you go?
I'm here.
You disappeared.
I do that.
Okay.
I do that. I hit the wrong damn button.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. You're on top of me.
I know. How is that possible?
He would have got paid if he
Well, it's always possible. Especially whenever I'm an idiot. You want to see me get short?
A mistake was made, it will be fixed.
Just keep watching, you'll see.
And then how we're going to reconcile the county part. I'm sure there's methods. So, in other words, it's going to get a little.
So it says if you miss one meeting, you get paid, right? If you miss 2, from whatever time, say if you miss one, then they get paid. A couple weeks later, you miss another one. You don't get paid for that second one that you missed, right?
Don't get paid for that one.
And then if you miss a third one or whatever, because you're in for 2 years, so you get paid for one missing meeting. Any other meetings that are missed, then you don't get paid for, correct?
That's the way it reads. Yes.
And that would stand the reason that anybody that did get paid for those meetings that were missed, if he did get paid or she got paid, that money would be owed back to Otter Creek. Is that correct? That's correct. And so when is it you plan on paying Otter Creek back? gone.
Well, they're doing it by
Oh,
garnishing this
the
check.
advantages of a standing desk.
They're doing that by garnishing this check.
Oh.
Oh, another situation.
Melting,
I thought you had like
melting.
a chair that was like going backwards or something.
No, it just the desk raises.
Funny.
Who's responsible for that? The individual, us? We say, well, I had no idea.
Gosh, I mean this kind of stuff wouldn't fly in most council meetings.
Yeah, he was accidentally paid too.
Like they're out of
You don't need to read the
control.
ordinances if
They've
they're on
gone
the
off
board.
the rails.
Not a hard read. Most of
Yeah.
it is garbage, but there's some stuff that's important. Most of it's in the first chapter. We've read them. He's read them. She's
I'll
read
make a
them.
motion that we adjourn.
Typical Russell Meeks. Somebody actually says something that he doesn't like, goes against him. He doesn't hear it. He just motions to adjourn. I hear motion to adjourn. I am. You're not getting away with this anymore. Russell, didn't anybody warn you? Don't mess with them backwoods men.
Backwoods
Damn.
Southern lawyers.
No, just that is the thing about this whole group that sort of really stuck out whenever, because I'm going back and rewatching it. So this is like past history. Some of it's over a year old, 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been going on for quite some time because I think they moved there about the time that the whole COOF things, the lockdowns and all that crap started happening. And this has sort of like been a catch up for it. And this is what I've been doing like since the beginning of watching this, just because I find it so interesting, like the small town kind of things that happen where you don't realize it, that all of a sudden, there's funky stuff going on. And even in your little towns, might be an HOA. It could be that you've got this, particular group, school board, whatever it might be. These kinds of people are in control of what they do with your money. And I think, him exposing this sort of exposes it to other people where they need to be able to look out for things that are happening.
Yeah.
All kinds of screwy stuff like this goes on constantly throughout the United States in every sort of council meeting. There's people that do really shady shit.
Yeah, especially when there's no one watching.
Exactly. And it's just a nice call out to it. But with that, everybody, make sure that you've subscribed to Legally Live McKinley. She's good people. She's fun. And if you haven't seen her stuff, then, well, you don't know what you're missing, because she's awesome. And of course,
awesome.
Danielle just likes to come in here and
hang out with my shiz.
Exactly. Make sure, she keeps me straight. She keeps me straight, because the last thing you need is me giving head to trees or some crap like that. It's just,
Oh no. Or me doing the same. I'm just kidding. Oh my god.
You guys are
that one.
chat. You guys are awesome. And we, with that, we're going to give you a nice, good outro. And of course, we thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with us. You know what I did not do before I do this? So I am going to send all of you guys over to MG, but give me just like 15 seconds to get this thing set up.
Thanks,
Because I thought I had it. Yeah, I thought I had it. I thought I had it set up, but I guarantee you, because I get distracted and I didn't have the redirect set up, but I will have it set up to you just shortly. And I will see all of you fine folks over probably on MG's here shortly. And with that, have a good night. Damn.
Night.
George, psst. Are you ready to show everybody where our new home is?
Before we show you, we want to show you why. Why the Hales would we buy where we bought?
What did you say?
I said, Jeremy, I'm a huge fan.
George is out in the parking lot. Look at that. Am I on the naughty list?
When we don't even drink it. There was one improvement. I actually received this bill 1 day after its due date. Every meeting. And you're gonna bring the police to remove me. Come in.
didn't start this war with the neighbors.
But I fully intend on winning it.
I can't, sir, I cannot hear you very well. Not at all. I have to hold you up to my ear to hear you. Something is wrong. Can you please check your mic? I do not have perception of time. I don't have perception of dates and times. I do not, and my brain does